What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It's your boy TGK. And we got another special episode of Midnight Mavness here. We got a very special guest. You might know him. You probably saw him at the 3v3 Mavs Twitter tournament that we had. We got a lot of other stuff to talk about. We got Kyrie news or Kyrie rankings per Yahoo, trying to rank him 7th out of like the best two mans in the league, or number 2s in the league. Kind of crazy. We got Tim Hardaway Jr. saying some stuff, and then we have Mark Cuban doing a couple of podcasts. We got a lot of stuff going on tonight. Again, it's your boy TGK, got the co-host Sticks, and we're also going to have a special guest in Mavs Muse. Let's go ahead and let's get this show going. There I go. What's up, Sticks? Yeah, you know.
I think I got this audio, man. I clicked everything else, but I forgot to hit back to get audio from yours back to the stream. Like, dude, you saw me in the background right now. Like, I'll be glad when I get this all working. Dude, I'm over here like, window, pop this window, I pop this window, I pop this window out. It's like you're like, I got a hot mic, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, my mic's coming through, and I'm not sending audio to the stream. This is not what I want to happen. Okay.
It's like we need like a checklist. Like, all right, check. It's one of those things with running a live show where everything isn't like already pre-made, like some apps we have. Again, but hey, this is where we get the do the cool stuff on this one.
That's right.
Damn.
Oh, I'm already playing wrong soundbite here.
Here goes the next test when we move over to Mavs Muse. We'll see if this runs smoothly for the first time. So. And if anybody doesn't hear anything, let me know. Joe's saying your mic sounds like you're right on the, putting your mouth directly in the mic again. So whatever you're hearing is doing it. So Jack, yours down.
Oh,
that sounded bad. Turn it down.
Hey,
you're getting reverb again. Oh, you know what? I bet you anything. Hold on, let me see if I can do this too. When we reconnected you, I didn't use all those settings I was using. So that might have corrected it. One of the days we'll figure out why your audio keeps we keep fixing something and then something new happens. So, but let's get Mavs Muse in here so he doesn't have to keep sitting in the back. Let's see how this goes. So, yeah, we're working on it. Thanks, Nancy. So, but yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So let's switch over. You ready for this?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Let's just go right into it. We'll fix the rest of it as we go.
I'll put my volume down to 51, so hopefully.
All right. All right, here we go.
Let's go.
All right.
Hey.
Oh, hold on. I have him muted. All right. Can you hear us?
I can hear him.
You can hear him?
Yep.
His audio froze on my end.
So hopefully you can hear him.
That's fine. They can hear him. I have no idea what he's saying. I don't know how your mic is. You sound low to me, so I don't know.
I sound low to you? Yeah, I can hear you. You probably Sticks can't hear you. Yeah. But hey, you know, this is what I'm going to put myself at 65. Maybe that helps.
No, he's saying he can't hear him too. You're hearing him talk to you in the background. His audio is not coming through. This is the problem we've had with these things not wanting to bring them through on the stream. Okay, he should be good now. All right, say something.
All right, what we got?
There we go. His audio, his video is frozen for some reason, but I got his audio coming through now, so he should be good. So.
That's not the most flattering image, but at least you can hear me, so I'll take it.
Can you hear me, Mavs Muse?
Let's make sure.
I can hear y'all. Yeah, you guys are good.
All right, cool.
All right, let's make sure that they can hear him before we go any further. Wait till they respond. Yes, we can hear him now.
All right, Chad, can y'all hear him?
Yep, we can hear him. Okay, audio came back, video is back.
Chad,
we're good.
Okay. Sweet.
Oh, man, no, we've been trying, we're trying to get ready for the new season and all the things we're trying to do. And, we were just running YouTube, and he was streaming to Twitch. And now, I've got Streamlabs hitting 5 things, and we have 2 verticals, so I have no background studio mode to, tweak something before we go to the live stage. And it's... I got way too many things going on. Is the best way to put it. It's way too much.
I mean, y'all executed the Twitter tournament live stream pretty well, so I figured you guys got the capabilities at least.
Oh God,
We're getting there. We're getting there. Again, hey, all credit to Sticks. I know this stuff can be very frustrating when you try to put a live show and when you have mic issues or anything like that. It's like there's a lot of pressure behind this Mavs Muse. I ain't gonna lie.
For sure.
But,
hey, I don't know the life, but I get it. You guys are putting the hard work, and I'm just showing up and talking. So.
That's what I used to do. It was a lot easier when I did that part.
Yeah,
I signed up for free torture is what I signed up for.
You're making life easier for me, though, Sticks. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I'm glad. Glad everybody enjoys it. Watching me struggle bus.
What's funny is Sticks is talking, but he's nowhere near on being shown on TikTok, so it's hilarious. But we're live on TikTok, Mavs Muse. Me and you were on TikTok, but on YouTube, I believe on YouTube we're all here. Are we all here on YouTube?
Yeah,
we all are. Okay.
Yeah.
The world
horizontal, we're all here.
We got to make it work somehow.
I'm being nice. So like he's the host, I'm the co-host, you're the guest. So on the vertical format, so that we didn't have a bunch of small pictures, I took myself off and put you on in place of me. So I'm a nice guy like that.
That's not what the people want, just so you know. But I appreciate it nonetheless.
All right, man. So let's go ahead and let's get this started. Let's get this convo started. Mavs Muse.
Yes, sir.
For those that don't know, for those that watch Mavs Twitter tournament, they know that you won the actual tournament itself. For those that don't know you have a massive Mavs Twitter page called Mavs Muse. I think you're nearing 50,000 followers, which is amazing. So we got a lot to talk about, but if you don't mind just kind of start breaking this down, it's like giving us a quick little background behind you and your Mavs fandom and how that all started, bro.
Yeah, man. So I run Mavs Muse, something you might know from the tournament. That was, I guess, my first face reveal. I kept it hidden until that point, but there was no hiding it after that. Once it got out there. But I've been a Mavs fan my whole life since I was a kid. Essentially, back in the early to mid Dirk days. I'm not that old, but I started to go to games probably 2008 is when I first really got into them. Was going to tons of games every year. We never had season tickets or anything, but we'd still go to a ton, catch a lot of games. Went to a ton of the 2011 run, so that was awesome. But yeah, just been a fan my whole life. Been on Mavs Twitter since probably 2009, 10-ish. That's when I got on there. Didn't have an account that was Mavs related at the time, but I decided I wanted to be part of that community. So I just whipped up an account right before the 2022 playoff run. Actually, is when I made the Mavs Muse account, and then I just kind of took off from there. I met a lot of really cool people through that. It just kind of kept growing and growing. And here we are today. I've gotten a lot of cool experiences from it, like the Mavs Twitter tournament, finals MVP, looking right at them. The Texas Legends invited me out to tryout. I think it was a couple of weeks ago at that point. So that was a really cool experience too. So a lot of cool things that I've gotten to do and meet a lot of cool people. So it's been a great experience.
Hey, that's awesome, man. Hey, man, stop trying to steal my thunder. We're gonna get to the Legends part. We're gonna get there. As far as the Mavs Muse account, so you started that in 2022. How is it running an account where you have to speak specifically on Mavs related items? Obviously, you know how Muse accounts go. How's that been? How's that process been? And then kind of to see the growth of that profile, I don't know, give us some background information on that, because I can only imagine how it's like growing a page like that, and then for it to become as big as it is, and then to continue maintaining it and growing it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it was totally new for me. I'd never really had anything like that was popular that anybody, liked or followed or anything like that. So all my other Twitter accounts back in the day were just me following my friends. My friends followed me back, so I never really posted anything until now. And so it wasn't really hard to, keep it specific to the Mavs at first, since I've been a huge Mavs fan my whole life. So, it wasn't hard to focus on them. But then once it started growing a little bit, I wanted to kind of, go into other facets as well. I'm a big Minnesota Vikings fan. That's my football team. Luckily, I'm not a Cowboys fan. So they're my second team, they're my second team. But Vikings first and foremost. Skull, baby. But I started tweeting some Justin Jefferson stuff a while. For some reason, it didn't stick with my followers. So it didn't take long for me to realize, what kind of stuff I should and shouldn't be throwing out there. But It's still fun because I am such a big Mavs fan, just to be able to focus on that. And kind of have, an escape from everyday life and just get to talk Mavs with people all the time.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Hey, your Vikings are doing good though. At least
3-0, baby. Sam Darnold's the future.
Yeah, you went from looking like a train wreck just happened with all the injuries and the death and everything, and everybody's like, Minnesota is done. Season hadn't even started, and all of a sudden you're like, Sam Darnold said, "Oh, you cut me, Washington? Let me show you why you shouldn't have done that." So yeah. Not what anybody was expecting.
From Minnesota, I've heard they've been done before the season started, and they went, 13-4, and then I've been hearing that they're going to be one of the best teams ever, and they lose almost all 17 games. So the Vikings, you never really know. They're similar to the Cowboys in that fashion, I guess.
Yeah, don't worry. We're only 30 years without a Super Bowl, so it's okay.
Mavs Muse.
Let's not talk about depressing news like the Dallas Cowboys, please.
Yeah, this is.
At least you guys have one. There's been zero in the history of the Vikings franchise, so I don't want to hear it. All right.
Well, look. I've been alive a lot longer, and I've gone a lot longer without seeing a Super Bowl. At least, I got it worse over here than you do right now.
Fair enough. I won't argue that.
So this is called Midnight Mavness. If it was called I don't know, Cowboy Sadness, that'd be a whole different podcast. But
damn.
So one of those creators need to create that. Go ahead, start that pod.
So you want to ask him Joe's hard-hitting question here?
All right, go ahead.
Joe wants to know. Put it back up again. Joe wants to know if your friends are calling you Dorothy now, since that's what we named you during the. Since he named you that.
Just so you know, Joe, ever since that, I've only worn my green Kyries instead of those, just so I don't get embarrassed anymore, all right? I've retired the Lucas thanks to you.
Oh, no.
You ruined the Lucas, Joe. It's all your fault, Joe.
I'm going to have to get a different pair of Lucas, a different color or something.
At least you could, put a date on there, won the inaugural Mavs Twitter tournament on there and write it on there. Put them somewhere.
Yeah, hang it up next to my trophy. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Joe with these hard-hitting questions, also, he wants to know if your mom thought you were handsome on the tournament feed. This is Joe. This is what you get with Joe.
She didn't mention that, honestly. She talked a lot about my game, but she didn't mention one time me being handsome. So thanks for bringing me down, Joe.
Joe's good at that. Yeah, that's what I call him, the old cranky white dude. So that's what you expect from him. So, but let's get into the Mavs Twitter tournament just a little bit before we get into the Legends tryout. By the way, Mavs Muse tried out for the Texas Legends. We're gonna get into that stuff here in a bit, which is awesome, and I personally will definitely love to hear that, and just to kind of hear the entire experience behind that. But before we get there, let's talk about the Mavs Twitter tournament, as King from We Talk Mavs said it in the my pre-intro to the whole show. Amazing day, amazing vibes. It was such a successful turnout, successful event without besides all the technical difficulties that we had. But Mavs Muse, how did you come across learning about the Mavs Twitter tournament? Then when you got involved, how did you select your team? Start me out with that, and I got some other questions for you as well.
Let's see. I first heard about it for sure. I definitely think I just saw a post from Reddit Mavs about it. I think that's how most people probably heard about it initially, at least. He said something about it, right when it was. I mean, I've heard him talking about it for years, and I've always kind of hoped it would come to fruition. I never really know if it would or not. So I'm glad that it finally ended up, getting worked out. I know there's a lot of details that had to go into it. I know you guys worked super hard on that. So, but I definitely saw him post about it at first, and then I was like, well, I got to be in this. There's no way I can't. Now that I actually have a Mavs Twitter account that's got more than 75 followers, I got to at least try to see what I can do in this. And so, so then, I made sure that when he posted about it, that I let him know that I was interested, and entered it and everything. I've been thinking about it for a while, so I'm glad that it actually happened and I was able to get a spot, knowing that a lot of people that wanted spots weren't able to, because it was, more of a trial run the first year, trying to keep it limited. We didn't want to make it too big at first. So I'm glad that I got a spot, and definitely just glad that I got to go and meet a lot of people there. But after I ended up getting the spot, the team that I came up with was just a few friends of mine. Actually, the two guys that were on my team, we were in a different 3-on-3 tournament that just some friends had, I think, a church put together like maybe 3-4 months ago, and we won that one too. So I was like, well, I can't switch it up now. At this point, I got to keep with the same crew. So we kept it together, and we're like, all right, well, if we can win one, we can win any at this point. Didn't know if we really thought we could. We didn't know what kind of competition we'd run into at this thing. So we said, why not give it a shot? See what the gang can handle. It ended up working out pretty well for us. Those guys I've played with for my entire life. I went to high school with them, so I've known them forever. We got that chemistry, so it worked out pretty well for us.
Yeah, it sure did. Sticks, you got any question before I follow up? I have a specific question, just selfishly, but you got anything, Sticks?
Nah, I'll let you go with it for now. I got maybe
so,
something, man. I'm gonna let you run with it for a minute.
so out of all your opponents, right? You played hella games that day. Tell me about the hardest team you had to face, and the feeling like you could have lost. Like, which opponent did you run into that gave you like the most trouble that day?
Before we answer this question, did y'all play each other?
Yes.
You played him, right? You played him. If you kiss his ass right now and say it's him, don't be kissing his ass now just because you're on his show. If it ain't him, you can tell the truth.
I'm gonna be honest here, all right? I'm gonna tell the truth. Let's see. Well, first of all, I was hoping we'd get to play Slightly's team, Slightly Biased. Him, Tim Cato, B. Dot, all those guys. Noah. They had a team I was hoping we'd get to face off against. But they got knocked out quick. So I didn't know what to do at that point. That wasn't up to us. They couldn't hang, I guess. So. But we did play some good teams for sure. There was another team we didn't get to play. There was a team of a bunch of huge guys. I don't remember their names, but something donuts. They were just massive dudes. I was a little worried about them.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't have to face off against them. So I will say the closest game we had, the only game that was within a few baskets was the game against Team TGK. I'll say it. That's just strictly numbers. I'm not kissing nobody's ass. That's just the way the score played out. That was a battle. That was a battle for sure. But that was more of just a back and forth. LeBron versus Durant. One-on-one matchup. Just for the ages, really a classic.
Yeah, appreciate that.
By the way, the team name was Dunkin' Donuts. Was their name?
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't get to face them either. But no, I remember that game. Obviously, if y'all need to go watch it, it's look up the Mavs Twitter tournament. It's on there. We were going back and forth. We had an early lead. Y'all came back, and then I gave us the lead again, and then y'all were able to get a couple of shots off and take a 1-point lead. It was down to the last possession, and I forget the tall guy's name on your squad. What's his name? The Bryce. So, and I got criticized. Can you believe it, Mavs Muse? I got criticized for playing unselfish. I got criticized. Like, now I know how it feels to be Luka for a split second, right? So
yeah, you should. We were calculating his blow by rate too.
Yeah. Hey man, look. And
hey man, I can't lie to you. You shouldn't. That last shot, you shouldn't have passed that. They should have taken that yourself.
See, even he's calling you out on it. Like,
all right, so
you should have done it. You should have shot
it. If roles reversed, I'm taking a one-legged fade there every time. That's just me.
I know. Like, I look back at it and I'm like, yeah, obviously I should have taken the shot, but my boy had an advantage. He had a height advantage. He was going to be able to see the shot a lot better, and I could have done a fadeaway from 40 feet, and the likelihood of that going in isn't as high, even though I do make those, but.
Go ahead and read the screen.
You made one that day. I mean, come on.
You gotta read the screen.
Yeah. Oh, you got to take that shot, TGK. Now,
see, the fans want it, man.
I look at that. I look at that day, those final 10 seconds, and I think, what could have been of Mavs Twitter tournament if I was able to give the team Mavs Muse that one loss of that day? Like, it's in my head. I think about doing the famous Luka move, like on Bryce.
He's like,
I could have gone left, right, left. Faked it, right, came back.
10 years from now, he's gonna be like, I could have thrown it over the mountain. Like,
and I could have just like done a rainbow shot and just prayed that it go in, but no.
Chris said you pulled some. Chris said you pulled some LeBron shit. Damn.
That's what makes it an instant classic, all the what ifs that come from it. So
yeah, no, but it was a great game. I made a couple of shots over Mavs Muse. He made a couple of shots over me. It was back and forth.
Hey man, yeah, it was two ways. Don't be saying it was all you. All right.
No, I immediately gave you your props. Like, we was going back and forth. It was awesome. It was awesome. But
It was.
man,
It was definitely back and forth. That game was definitely the most fun I had playing out there for sure.
yeah, because Mavs Muse was guarding me. Like, he was looking forward to guard me, and I was like, I got to do something. And he had a hand in my face and everything. I was still making them. So, competitive game. You know, I did my best to get my team to the end, and we just couldn't get over the hump. But I will take pride that the team that won the championship didn't have as tough as a road until they ran into Team TGK, and we'll go with that.
Yeah,
Team TGK was hooping. There was definitely times in that game where I was like, "Damn, we might actually fall this time." But then we pulled it out, so that's all that
matters.
Yeah. So I guess we can give a little bit of. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
What you got?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we can give a little bit of news. I know we've got the nonprofit stuff set up, and I know Nick's already asked about if there's going to be more tournaments. I'm not going to say the name yet we're going with. We'll hold that, but since all three of us are now involved with it, we did set up a nonprofit. We have a name for it. Everything. We are going to be moving forward with more tournaments. Obviously, after we put this on the stream, we had 2,100 viewers at the end of it. I don't even know if you know about that. But it was all the way up to 2,100 viewers. We actually started at 200. By the time we ended in that final game, we had climbed all the way to 2,100, and we never went down. It did nothing but go up. We had nothing but great response because of that stream. So,
they must have heard
but because of that,
playing, I guess.
Oh yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's why I gave you that Macho Man, meme earlier. But yeah. So, huh?
It's on my mantle downstairs.
Oh, okay. You gotta show the trophy,
That's funny.
Hey, I can go grab it if you want. Actually, yeah, I can grab it. If you get a little 5-minute break in here somewhere.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll get a second in a bit.
You get a second in a minute. But yeah, so we are going to move forward. We are going to have more tournaments. We're trying to get a much bigger area, arena, I should say, before we can actually get better seating and actually bring a much better product to where I could actually be there with my computer and set up and do actual production on site instead of having to be in the studios. As Marcel said, that we're throwing it back to the studios, and I'm like, I guess I'm going on camera. Okay, camera on. So, it's, we are going to do this, but there are 7 of us on the nonprofit board. 3 of us on the screen right now are part of it. We figured MavsMuse got a big enough account, and he did kind of win, so we figured we should throw him a bone out there and see if he wanted to be the extra one.
I earned it,
So yeah, you earned it. So, and you got a big reach in the content creator area, which is kind of what we're leaning towards with this whole naming and what we're trying to do. So we will have more. We're going to probably do it about the same time. Looking forward around that gap where, like, basically now the WNBA is picking up some steam. When they take their month-long break for their All-Star break, there's no football yet. There's no basketball. Basically, we're going to hit that gap so that kind of draw the attention to us, and hopefully it'll work and raises a lot of money for a nonprofit organization. So yes, there will be more and should be much bigger. We haven't got all the details worked out yet, but it is coming. So
yep. And then the whole purpose of this nonprofit is to, again, be able to improve everything, and then also impact whichever, I guess, entity that we're trying to impact in a positive way. So we're trying to do many things, and just trying to make this as a fun thing for Mavs fans and Mavs Twitter in general, because I don't know what other Mavs or what other NBA fan base has done anything like this. And hey, I think it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool that we did it. So,
Yeah.
I think so too. There's a lot of love for it going around too. So I know people want to see it again for sure.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, now we just got to figure out how many. We're gonna have to figure out when the registration goes up. We got to see how many people want to sign up for it, and then we're gonna have to make those decisions. And obviously, we got to get on a lot of other things, but we'll get there. It's you say, we got almost a year. It's gonna come fast, so we do have to get on top of stuff.
I will say,
you should have seen it. Actually,
I can't name any names. Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was gonna say I can't name any names, but I can confirm that a few more bigger Mavs Twitter accounts are trying to get involved next year as well, trying to get in terms of the hooping. So that's all I'll say.
And that's the thing. Like, that's what we're trying to figure out is, like, do we want to go to the point where, like, we do a tryout and then it ends up being like all elite, like damn near, G League, almost pro guys take out, and then, or, how do we do it based on the signups? We're going to have to figure that out because we got to have the content creators in there. That's what helped bring, we want to we want this to be about the Mavs community, not just like, oh, another elite 3v3 tournament. So we're gonna have to figure out how to balance that out, because it did well. People enjoyed it, and I don't want to ruin that atmosphere. And I want people to feel like they still have the ability to get in and play if they, not like, oh, it's just a bunch of big names again. We're screwed. We're just low level totem pole people again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But if we play like
I said, I think it'll go good.
Basketball player, it'd be over for us in a heartbeat. So, but anyway, but we got a tryout on the screen right now. So let's jump into that for a second here, Mavs Muse. So start us off. You got an invite from the G League, the Dallas Legends. Give us the background to that and how all that became a thing, and then let me know the lead up to the day of the event, and then I'll follow up with another question then. So how you got invited, and then the lead up getting there.
Yeah, man, it was super cool. The invite was just actually really random. I didn't expect it at all. Just got a random DM one day from the Texas Legends, from their like main account or whatever. Just saying like, hey, we're having this open tryout coming up. We're reaching out to a couple Mavs content creators out there, seeing if they want to come. Go through the whole tryout process, just do all that, and then just for the content basis, we'll mic you up, have a camera crew follow you guys around, just get the content for it, see how you guys do, just for fun, And so I was like, well, I mean, sure, that sounds awesome. I love playing. Obviously, I'm a big basketball head, so it sounds fun to me. But also, I've played throughout my whole life, so I've got at least a knowledge of how the game is played, skill and athleticism wise, and that's neither here nor there, but at least I know how the game should be played in my mind. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'd be happy to. So I said yes, and then they reached out to me maybe a week before, giving me all the details, where it was at, what was going down. And so I was like, all right, cool. And so only two accounts ended up going. It was me and the MFFL Nation ended up going down there. And so I got to meet him. He was a really cool guy as well. I never met him before. He's lived in Florida. He played college basketball actually. So even the Twitter accounts that I was there with seemed to outmatch me a little bit. So that was awesome, But he was super cool. It was funny because he had to hop on a plane, get down here. It was hours and hours for a trip for him, and it was a nice 25-minute drive for me. So that was a little bit unfair for me. But the fact that he was 6'7", I figured it evened out. So. But yeah, then we went out there and showed up to the place. They filmed us signing up and everything, and getting our jerseys. And then I got to talk to some people for a while we warmed up, and they just told me, I was like, so what's the plan here? I'm not here to make the Texas Legends. I'm just here to have a good time. See what you guys need from me. So they're like, well, now you're going through the whole process. You're doing the tryout from start to finish. And so I was like, all right, well. I've done tryouts before growing up, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'll be a little tired by the end of it, but nothing I can't handle. I'm a hooper, or so I thought. And so it ended up being from about 9 a.m. to maybe 3 p.m. in the afternoon, just game after game after game, just full court runs, intense practice sessions in between, learning plays and everything that you had to implement in the games. So mentally exhausting and physically exhausting at the same time for somebody who's just going there to have a good time, So I did it all, I was exhausted by the end of it, but I did it. I think if you see the footage and you don't see me making too many high-level plays, it's because I was tired, all right? It's because there was so much going on. Yeah. I had to run around the whole time. They were putting me through the ringer. I wasn't used to it, all right? That's where that came from. But yeah, so we just went through the whole thing. I think it was 5 or 6 full court games total of 10-minute halves. And so they just had the camera crew filming us the whole time, seeing how we did. And then, some halftime interviews. It was funny because my entire team would be going over to the bench, talk to coach, go over some plays between halves. And then the media team would be like, hey, MavsMuse, come here. So I'd have to run off to the side and do a little interview while my whole team was getting coached up. I kind of felt a little out of place because my team had no idea what I was doing there. They had no idea I was there for the content. They thought I was trying to make the team as well. So that was a little bit odd, but it was a great time. And then after that, the final game, the GM Terry actually pulled up, so I got to talk to him for a while. Talk to him about Legends games, the atmosphere there, and he said if I wanted to come out to a game anytime, they'd love to have me. So that was super cool for him to do that, offer that, and the whole experience was a great time. I haven't quite gotten the call back from them yet. I'm not sure where it is. They told me, they'd let me know pretty soon. So I think that time is coming up. Next couple of days, I'm expecting it, but we'll see. I'll keep my ringer's on right now, so it won't be too long until I find something.
Check your spam email. It's probably in there. That's probably
yeah.
You know. Nah, that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. Like, just the fact that they reached out to you and asked you to try out, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. You go from winning a Mavs Twitter tournament to trying out for the Texas Legends. That's pretty awesome.
They did mention that the Twitter tournament championship led to their decision to invite me. So I guess that the ring led to some opportunities.
Really,
as you could say. So it was. They mentioned that. Yeah. So I guess maybe they weren't quite ready to invite me if they didn't know if I actually knew how to hold a basketball first. So I'm glad that I could prove myself to them.
Damn. That's pretty cool. Look at that, y'all. Let's get the likes up on the chat video for that, man. The Mavs Twitter tournament led to someone getting invited, man. That's cool.
I mean that Mavs Academy. One of the guys from Mavs Academy is the ones that reached out to us. Like, and he hit me up instantly. Like, as soon as it was over, I had a DM. I had a follow on Twitter, and then as soon as I followed back, it was like boom, like instant reply. He had a message ready to go. So yeah, they were clearly paying attention. So that was when I was like, okay, we definitely got attention. Like, this isn't just like we think we got attention and there's a bunch of bots on Twitter. Like, clearly we got attention. So and on that note too, I don't know if y'all saw. I know you probably saw the text, but 4 Oak Cliff did get $100,000 donation from the Mavs organization today, or sometime this weekend. Basically, the article just went out.
Yeah, that was awesome.
No way, really?
I'm not saying we had anything to do with that. I'm just, it's cool that that's where we picked, and now they get that too. So I mean, we could have drawn some extra attention to it. I don't know, but good for them getting that kind of money from the Mavs to help out with what they're doing. So.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a cool gym as well. I like that place. The environment there was nice, and the court itself was just, super. It was perfect for the event, honestly.
Hey,
in terms of what at least it had on it,
Yeah, that was good old TGK here. Came up with that idea. But I haven't got to ask anybody this, but when we were there getting ready to get the whole event going, with the delays, what did you think of the sudden national anthem being played right before we went live?
Man, that killed me, honestly. I was dying laughing when that was going on. That's hilarious.
You want to know who suggested that?
Who was that?
So I'm playing, I was the DJ with the phone playing the music. So I'm playing like different sounds, and I'm like, all right, I was talking to Slightly, like, hey, you're going first. We got to get this rolling. He was like, we're not going to get a national anthem or something like that, right? He was like, well, why don't we play the national anthem? And I look at him and I'm like, I didn't even think about it. I was like, you're right. So I pull up the national anthem, blasted it, and then we're just all like, and it was
it was funny on mine. It was funny too, because like I didn't know it was coming, and all of a sudden I think Marcel and Joe were like, oh, they're playing the national anthem. And they just stopped, and I'm like, okay, I can't hear anything, but sure, whatever's going on.
Yeah, I think
Slightly the first person I would expect that would do something like that.
Yeah, it's a great call by Slightly, man. Great call by Slightly.
Yeah, sure.
In general, it was just a great showing. So many Mavs creators was there. I can't even begin to name everybody there, but it was just amazing. It was amazing, and
it was.
I just hope next year is just the same thing, but better. You know what I'm saying? Same thing, but better. We already got ideas that we're coming up with. We'll get back in that Discord. We'll break down those ideas.
Hey, who are you calling out next year? Who's the one account you're calling out for next year's tournament?
Oh man, should I even play next year? Like I was thinking more like I should.
Oh, you gotta play, bro. Come on now.
All right. I guess I'll have. I guess I'll
start my training. He's trying to get out of it. He got too much.
Yeah, after what happened this year, I don't blame him. But
I'm gonna go ahead and start my training. And when the Mavericks season starts.
Yeah, he needs training because 18 holes of golf today kicked his ass, and he was crying about how tired he was. And I'm like, bro, we got some testing. Get your butt online.
Man, look. Have you ever played golf, MavsMuse?
I like golf for sure. Yeah.
All right, so I don't practice sand bunker shots, right? I don't practice that, and I don't have a sand wedge.
Look, don't make excuses how that made you tired after 18 holes.
No.
Like, come on now. You were in a golf cart. No excuse. You were in a golf cart.
Still, man. Like, I'm over there swinging away, and all this sand comes up me. I was like, man, I hate this.
That's why basketball's better. There's no environment you got to play through,
Yeah, no, golf is fun though. Golf is fun. I had a blast. Although I played like crap, and I played better yesterday. So, Mavs Muse, before you can stick around the whole show, by the way, but right here, this will be the point where you could decide if you want to or not. But as far as this upcoming season for the Dallas Mavericks, there's a lot of anticipation. It's probably the most anticipated season that I could think of, probably ever. We've done a lot of moves. We heard everybody else's opinions and thoughts on this upcoming season, but we haven't heard yours. Shout out to Big Game James. That's how he does it. He does a cool intro. He's like, you heard it from 3,500 and some people, but you ain't heard it from me. I'm going to kind of steal that. But we ain't heard it from you, Mavs. So this upcoming season, what are your thoughts on the Dallas Mavericks this upcoming year?
Man, this is probably the most excited I've been for a season since I can remember watching, honestly. I mean, last year was probably, if we're being frank, the second most successful season in team history, all things considered. And you go from that and you find out exactly what your problems are. In the one series you couldn't hang on, and you address those problems in the most, just loud way possible. You can't hit above the break threes. You get the second best shooter of all time to fill that role. That's pretty wild that you're able to have a front office that's willing and able to go out and do something like that. In the past, we've seen how the front office has been. They've been ambitious and not very successful, year after year. Whether it's just simply getting marquee free agents or just filler guys or even big trades they haven't been able to get done. It's been a lot of ambition and not a lot of result. And the fact that we've had Nico here for 3 years now, and he's done this time and time out, year after year, he's able to find these dudes and make these big deals that we haven't seen really in Mavs history. It's pretty wild. And so, yeah, that's what's amazing to me, is that we had one huge problem, that caused us the finals. And that's the exact problem that they addressed in, the biggest way they possibly could, unless they went and got Steph Curry, which wasn't going to happen. So, they didn't get the best shooter ever. They got the second best shooter ever, which I guess is pretty solid when your problem in the finals is shooting. Obviously it does create some different problems, which they'll see how they address those once the season gets going. But I think they're in a better position now than they were last year to pull off a real run and win a championship this year. Personally, we'll see what happens with injuries and with other teams getting better and stuff like that. But I think they got a real shot.
Hell yeah, man! Hell yeah! I think that's how we all feel. Ain't that right, Sticks? That's how we all feel about?
That's how I feel. I've been watching them for a long freaking time, and I'm glad Mark Cuban is no longer making decisions. Kind of like I wish Jerry Jones wasn't making decisions for the Cowboys. So it's Nico's made a hell of a difference. Every time we're like, oh, what's he gonna do? And it's like, like the argument I've had because of my opinion on Jason Kidd, and it's like, well, Jason Kidd's probably got a job right now because of Nico. Like Nico's ability to make these trades and get these players here is what's keeping Jason Kidd's job here. So, I think they've done a phenomenal job at getting the talent in. And I just don't see Clay not being able to do exactly what we expect him to do. And with Quentin Grimes and Najee's roles, I think we've improved defensively. So I'm excited for it. So yeah,
it's crazy to me, like the caliber of dudes that we've gotten under Nico. Like, I don't know. I just remember being a Mavs fan growing up, and just you'd hear all these huge names that'd be in rumors for Mavs talk, and you'd never ever get one ever. So now that we've got
what was the excuse? It was always like no one wants to come to Dallas. I think it was Dallas didn't want to put. I don't think Cuban and this is why I allude to that, right? Like Cuban had that interview. And we were looking back there, and we got an argument about it kind of on one of TGK's streams where I was actually co-hosting, and someone pulled the video. So you go back, and Cuban still was trying to take credit for Nico. He never gives anybody else credit. Like he's like, early on, he's like, yeah, I'm the one that hired Nico. I've got the leash off him. And then he goes into this thing about, the GM always wants to win, but as the owner, I got to think about, the financial side and all that. It's like, why don't you just say you're not willing to spend the money to win? Like, just say it. Like, that's what you're saying. And now we've got new owners that are willing to spend. We got a GM that knows what he's doing, and you see the results. It's night and day what we're getting. We're now getting the big names where, like you said, I mean, I'm older than both of y'all. All I ever watch is us never get anybody. We got Dirk, and I watched us literally destroy potentially one of the greatest careers ever because they couldn't get him the help to win the championships he needed to win. And that's all he needed. A couple more pieces. That's it. We just couldn't get them. So that's not happening anymore. What do we all say? Oh, no, the Lakers are involved. We're not going to get Clay. Not anymore.
Not no more.
It's not the same. Anymore, it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, on the Cuban thing, I remember specifically thinking about that, like how, he always takes credit for his whole tenure as the owner. But I saw an interview after the Clay signing where he was like, yeah, I didn't do anything, all credit to Nico, Kidd, and Kyrie for bringing him on. And I was like, wow, that's the first time I've heard him say that. That's wild,
Yeah, that's a good point.
It really is a new era of Mavs basketball now.
Well, he knows he can't take credit for it either way now, so he might as well just give the credit to where it belongs.
Yeah, true.
Facts. Well, Mavs Muse, I know I told you it was like a 20-30 minute spot. We're almost at 50, so I appreciate you being on here as long as you have. If you want to stick around for the whole show, we probably go 2 hours. That's entirely up to you, or unless you want to call it here. What you feeling?
Hey man, I'll stick around for the next block. No worries, no big deal. I'm about it.
All right.
That's right. We can get his opinion on some other conversations then. I know he's probably got some opinions on that trade that just happened. So,
oh, that was a blockbuster.
So where should we start? Should we start with Yahoo ranking Kyrie 7th out of the best number 2s on a team? Should we start with Tim Hardaway Jr.'s seniors comments?
Hold on. I didn't see that Yahoo list. He's
yeah. Let me put the whole agenda or platter out here. Itinerary. Welcome to the TGK itinerary. We got Kyrie being ranked 7th out of the number 2s. We got Tim Hardaway Jr. Senior basically blaming Nico and Jason Kidd for not being transparent with Tim Hardaway Jr. We got Mark Cuban on the Shannon Sharp Shay podcast. And then we also have the crazy trade that happened yesterday. I don't know if there's some other hot takes or hot things that have happened Mavericks related that y'all got, but what are y'all feeling? What y'all want to start with? Or should we ask the chat? I'll ask the chat.
We'll let the guest pick. What you want to go with first? What you want to talk about?
Yeah, what you want to go with?
Hey man, if you have this list pulled up, I got to see who they think is better than Kyrie.
You got pull that list up. Pull that list up because I've got the other thing, but it doesn't have the list on it. So
hold on.
I'm gonna switch to the.
Crazy, man.
I'm gonna switch to the screen share so when we go ready to go, we can. Well, actually, you pull that list up. Yeah, I could switch over. Let me switch over to that then. So, all right, let's switch. Your camera's kind of lagging out anyway, so your camera's going off, your audio will be on, but that's it. So if I lose your audio temporarily, I'll get it back on pretty fast. So
hold on, let me get it. Let's
switch over here.
Let me get this.
All right, we want to start off with Tim Senior.
No, you want to start off with Kyrie being ranked.
That's what I meant. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. There it is. Yeah, but see this one that you get. There it is. Yeah, the players in front of him is right there. So let me add him in. He can't. We don't have him in the show, at least audio wise. Let me add him. You can go ahead and start reading.
So while you're doing that, I'll break this down. So Yahoo Sports, ladies and gentlemen, ranked the best number 2 options in the NBA, and they have a whole list. And I'm going to break down that list to y'all as well as Sticks is working on this. So Kyrie Irving was ranked 7th best number 2 options in the NBA. Before y'all are able to see the entire list, or unless y'all have already heard of this list, let me tell you who they have ranked ahead of Kyrie Irving. So they have at number 6, they have Domantas Sabonis with the Sacramento Kings. At 5th, they have Jamal Murray for the Denver Nuggets. What? At 4th, this was the most egregious, one of the most egregious ones. They have Bam Adebayo out of the Miami Heat. At 3rd, this is even crazy, Jaylen Brown with the Boston Celtics. 2nd, they have Devin Booker with the Phoenix Suns. And 1st, they have Anthony Davis with the Los Angeles Lakers. They got those 6 players ahead of Kyrie as the best number 2 option in the NBA. So for everybody in the chat, for everybody that is watching all across the globe, all across the world, once again, the Dallas Mavericks are being disrespected or, misread or just, pushed to the side like we always are. Kyrie Irving being ranked 7 to me is very egregious. But before I share my thoughts, I want to hear what Sticks and what MavsMuse thinks. Where we at, Sticks?
Well, let's do this. You're there, right, MavsMuse?
Yeah.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, cool. He's coming through. All right, so we're good. So my thoughts. Well, it's kind of funny. I think I'd have a funnier take. Like Devin Booker being put by, I understand that KD is supposed to be the better player, but it was Devin Booker's team and they moved Devin Booker to the number 2. That's hilarious. Luka really broke that team in Booker. He is definitely his daddy. Jaylen Brown being number 2 option is also hilarious because Tatum ain't as good as Brown. So I think it's funny how I think this list is still kind of like the same thing that like the way they're doing Kyrie. Like I don't think it's a disrespect to the Mavs. I think it's just them once again disrespecting Kyrie because of all the garbage. Like they just don't respect Kyrie. So it has that. It don't matter where Kyrie's at, he's going to get trashed. So they knew they couldn't go any lower than that. But you really going to put? It's funny too because I had this argument with my child, and my child and I do not agree at all on this list. And he's like, Domantas Sabonis is a better number 2. Did he double? And I'm like, what is wrong with you, child?
What?
You don't know my 14-year-old. The reason I got involved with this is because of my 14-year-old. He actually called the Mavs trades like Gafford and PJ before other people were talking about it. Like the kid is insanely good at like talent in the NBA at 14. He was 13 at that point. And I can't believe it. So like, but he's not like he's a Mavs fan, but he really watches more like all NBA stuff. He doesn't really watch Mavs only type content. And so like he has a complete different perspective than I do and that we do. And it's hilarious. Like I'm trying to get him to start talking on here because man, like if he starts arguing with people, it's going to be some good conversations. He's just too shy. But yeah, I think Kyrie should be at least be 4th on this, not 7th at lowest. So what's your take?
MavsMuse, what you think, man?
Bro, I agree, man. This is some blasphemy I'm reading here. Dude, there's three of the 6 are first options. Like, what kind of list is this in the first place? Like, you're right. Booker and Jaylen Brown are first options.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Anthony Davis is number 1 also, yeah.
We can go 4 then, too, because I'm saying Bam over Jimmy as well. So, like, this is...
My kid would agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only one that I can even see some sort of argument for is Jamal Murray because he's won a championship as a number 2, but so is Kyrie as a better number 2. So how is there an argument there? It's not even close. I mean, the only one that I could even find some sort of relevant argument for would be Anthony Davis because that guy is the freaking stud. But like I say, he is the first option, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh, yeah. So that's how I feel about it. I agree. Anthony Davis is the number 1 on the Lakers. I don't care that LeBron is turning 40. LeBron is not a number 1 right now. I'm sorry, he's not. No matter how good he plays, he's just not a number 1. I don't even want to get into that long conversation. I already know it would be. As far as as far as Devin Booker, I have gone back and forth with a buddy of mine. We talk Mavs. King, salute the King. We've gone back and forth. Like I was always like Kevin Durant's still better. He's like, no, Devin Booker. But do I feel like saying Devin Booker is a number 2 to KD? I do feel that is kind of crazy. I mean, it is, even though I might agree. Seeing how Devin Booker played last year, he was definitely their number 1 for sure. So categorizing him as a number 2 doesn't make sense. And then Jaylen Brown, Eastern Conference Finals MVP, NBA Finals MVP, carried the Celtics. I don't want to hear it. Jason Tatum is cool, but Jaylen Brown has the hardware.
I think
corny's the better word.
I meant cringe. I'm sorry, but as a player,
corny cringe. Those are better words. Yeah,
he's a good player, but Jaylen Brown has the hardware. So like, how can you say, he's a number 2? And I know there's going to be enough evidence. You're going to have your advanced analytic people, the kitchen stat, the kitchen sink, this and that, all that good stuff. I get it, but I've seen plenty of times where Tatum gets bailed out because of his team, not him bailing out his team. I've never seen that, and I have seen Jaylen Brown bail out his team, and not the other way around. Bam Adebayo.
On a side note, real quick, you're off camera now. And I think you're on your phone, correct? MavsMuse?
What's that? No, I'm still here on my computer.
Oh, you're on your computer. I was going to say, if you want for a second, if you want to go get that trophy so you can show it off, you're off camera, so you're able to do whatever you want now. So
I got you. One sec.
Yeah. You'll get time to go do that while we're We'll talk while he does that.
so back to Bam Adebayo. He is not better than Kyrie as a number 2. Like, he's a great player, but not as a number 2. That doesn't make sense. Jamal Murray, come on now. When you got someone, when you got a what's it called? Doppelhanger on TikTok making a mockery, that would never happen to Kyrie. Doppelganger.
Not doppelhanger.
Yeah,
where he's not,
we're not hanging. There was. Glory hole.
Well, like you said, like, here's the problem with this list. Okay, so reality, Anthony Davis is a number 1. Right now, Who's better, LeBron or Kyrie?
Out of LeBron and Kyrie?
Yes.
Kyrie.
Okay. KD technically should be the number 2 on that team. KD is better than Kyrie.
That was actually a really good debate. You can actually debate me either way. I wouldn't be mad. But
right, but I was going to say, let's assume that it's really Devin Booker's team, so KD's the number 2. You putting KD over Kyrie?
Oh, that is tough. I don't even want to look at the camera. Ooh.
Nah, not anymore. Nah, I'm putting Kyrie over KD right now.
I don't know.
Okay,
KD
so he's going to put. Are you putting Kyrie over LeBron or LeBron? We're flipping the order of this.
In 2024, give me Kyrie, bro. What you mean?
Okay, so all right, Jason Tatum or Kyrie? I think we can all agree it's Kyrie. That's not even debate. I'd take Kyrie over Jason Tatum all day long.
You'll find a lot of refute on that, but I'll agree with you.
Yeah, Butler. I'm sorry. So is Butler number 2 then? If Bam's 1?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Kyrie or Butler?
No, wait. I don't think Bam is the number 2 option on that team.
No, he's number 1 for sure.
He's number 1. That's what I would agree with, and so does my kid. Like that's Bam's the best. Like he damn near won Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, Bam is better than
Gobert ain't as good as they voted for him, but
look, check this out. It's number 2 option, not the second best player. So I look at it differently. Like option, we're talking about like scoring the ball, being able to put the ball in the basket, being able to do all these things, and to have Bam on there. Maybe they should have said the best number 2 player. Then you can make an argument, but the number 2
okay, so
option,
that one's debatable. Okay, so you're still saying you would still put Butler as number 1. You would still put Butler 1 on Heat. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, usage rate wise, he might be number 1 still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other ones are correct. I mean, you got Jamal Murray would definitely be second option, and DeMonte was Aaron Fox would still be number 1.
I don't know. I could debate that one too, though. So. I could debate the Sabonis and Fox. I could.
Yeah, well, I mean, so there's your point. Like, I mean, as you look at it, this whole list is personally, I think all of us agree that even that list is skewed. Like that list doesn't really make sense for number 1, number 2 options. Like to say that Anthony Davis is a number 2 behind LeBron, it's kind of disrespectful as all hell. Like,
yeah.
That's LeBron is not giving you no 20 and 20 in any game. There's no way.
It's also crazy in the first place to put Kyrie at 7 when he averaged 25, 5 and 5, and got to the finals as a second option, and all those guys.
I believe he has. I'm just going off the top of my head here. I believe that's better stats than DeMontis, Jamal Murray, Bam Adebayo. Probably not better than Jaylen Brown. Probably not better than Devin Booker's. And I don't know about Anthony Davis, but he is for sure better than stats wise, better than Bam, Jamon, Domantas Sabonis. So the top 3 are number ones. They shouldn't be on his list, and he is better than the other 3. So he's technically the best number 2 option in the league, in my eyes. That's how I see it.
I mean, you got to factor team success too. So obviously, I think he's up there.
Yeah.
Whoa. So I don't know what just happened with our TikTok chat. John Blaze is in our TikTok chat, and like the chat didn't come through, and all of a sudden it just spammed us with his chat all in the same time frame. He's like, "Hey, I'm here too." Like, there's no. All of a sudden, I just got like 15 messages from John Blaze. Sorry, John, we weren't trying to ignore you. We just weren't seeing your chat until just literally now. It just all popped through the stream. So.
Playing Halo while in this. What's going on with Halo? Who's playing Halo? He might be in the wrong chat.
No. He said Kyrie's talking crazy. Break it down to me 7th. Yeah, I mean, he was on chat. And then I think we weren't responding, so he's just like, what in the hell? So.
My bad, John Blaze. We here now.
Yeah. We got you. We got you now, John. We got you.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, we are streaming on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. That's 5. What else am I missing? Are we at?
Let's see. Yeah. So YouTube, and then we got YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, those 5. So we have expanded our audience, trying to reach more people. You know, get a little bit younger audience probably with the stuff. I don't know. We're just trying to do more stuff. So we appreciate y'all watching on whatever platform you're watching on.
TGK, can you hear me?
MavsMuse? Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
What you think about these right here, huh? What you think about these bad boys?
Is he putting it up?
Put it up.
Hold on. Let me switch back to the guests. Hold on. Let's hold on. There it is. All right, put them up. There they are.
Yes, sir. Reading the weave.
You took both of them. You didn't give your teammates one.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Yeah. What happened to your teammates, Trophy? Why you got both?
Yeah. Why didn't?
Hey, don't worry about them. This is for me. All right.
Oh, that's funny.
No, actually, I'm roommates with one of my teammates, so we both got both of ours here.
Nice. Damn, that's what's up. Yeah.
Let's see. We're that's a good spot right there. I think so. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Here, I think I can work you back into the screen share. So. I think we'll have to move camera. I'm gonna have to move things around. We got this though. So I'm gonna come back for that one next year. So here's the thing.
You better.
Here's the thing, MavsMuse. Y'all did get lucky that I didn't have my original squad there. Okay, and again, I hate saying this because the people think I'm crapping on my other guy. I'm not. It's just we've never played together. So me and Dave, the guy that I passed the ball to try to hit the game-winning shot against y'all, I've been playing with him since 2005. So we're, almost 20 years, right? So me and him go way back. The other guy that we had, that's Mo. He runs Believe Mavs for the Believe Network. That's the first time I played with him on a team. So we're trying to figure out things on the fly. My other guy, Josh, I've been playing with him probably since the mid 20 teens or whatever. So we've already played together. We already have chemistry, but he unfortunately couldn't make it. Something happened in the family. I'm not going to be like, yeah, forget your family, come play. No, he couldn't make it. But y'all did get lucky. Y'all got very lucky.
He's definitely angry about it. He's trying to pretend he's not.
Let's hear it, TGK. What's the excuse this time? What you got?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. So the game plan that I had, as you could tell, I was able to make shots from the left wing, right, as you saw.
Right. Yeah.
My guy Josh, he is an expert from the right wing. So to be able to have that dynamic, we would have been the Oh man, what did I call it?
The democracy or something over?
The mock crazies or something, crate threes or something like that.
He was trying to go left wing, right wing democracy with the team name because so he was trying to. Yeah, that would be good. And just so you know, just so you know how well he handled it, he did take a trip to Cancun about a week before that. So he had already planned his lost trip before he came back. So he just wanted to join all the other losers in Cancun.
Damn. Yeah, I was in Cancun,
Wow.
but there's
Joe
a
said to
stream
play
out
the
there
drop,
for
by the
those
way. I need you to read
Which
chat
one?
when I pop it up so you can at least see it sometimes, you know?
Oh, roommates.
He said play the drop.
TGK.
Roommates. I don't know what drop that is.
I
You know which one that is?
Nice.
I don't think that's the drop he was talking about.
Hey, yo.
I don't know what you're doing with that. He says, Don, did we even get that in today? Did you forget to do that because the audio wasn't working? I didn't even hear it go off.
I did.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't hear it go off. Yeah, me and him were inside joking. I have that real dramatic entrance, TGK TV. And he's like, dude. And I was like, and he's like, noise. And I was like, you should put that drop in there just to make people laugh. Like what the heck is that? So, but, all right. So do we want to get on to Tim Sr. with conversation? Do you want to, MavsMuse, would you like to talk about Tim Sr. again?
Hey, I'll talk about whatever now that I got these nice little trophies by my side here. We can talk whatever we want.
I'll rework the camera in so you get to brag about those while we go back to screen share. So let me go to screen share again. Here we go. All right. While this plays, I will work this in for you. So we turn on the audio so that works.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Now you're gonna put those trophies right there.
All right. I'll work him into the camera so he keeps his trophies on. All right, here we go. This is Tim Sr. Enjoy.
Your family almost got a ring last season.
Yes.
He went from someone they paid that was playing a lot and then all of a sudden just wasn't playing no more. What was it like trying to just keep his mental into it? And what were those conversations like during that time where he should have been out there and just wasn't?
As a pops, it's tough knowing that your son's supposed to be out there. He knowing that he can help the team win. But for some reason, Jason Kidd, Nico are not telling nobody what's the deal. And that's the hard part. I played with you on the 2000 Olympic team. We got gold together. We all in this fraternity together. And you don't have the dignity to go to my son and just say, hey, this XYZ, this is why I'm not playing you. So when they was talking about my son not playing and he coming in, not shooting the ball, well, first of all, you got to get the ball. It's all up to Luka because Luka running the whole show there.
Right.
I was there talking to him. I was there consoling him. I was there just like a father's supposed to be and making him understand it's going to be all right. It's better days to come.
Your family almost got a ring last season.
Yes.
He went from someone they paid that was playing a lot and then all of a sudden just...
All right.
You want to play this again? Oh, okay.
No, I'm just trying to get him into the layout real quick.
Before we get opinions of folks, I wanted to get Stick's opinion first, but I don't know where you at with everything, Sticks. Are you?
No, let's you go ahead and give your opinion real quick. We'll
All right, I'll give my
mine in a minute.
opinion then, because when you get a chance, I want to hear the dad angle because you are a dad here, you are a father. Wanted to get your perspective on it, but so with the whole Tim Hardaway Jr. thing, like we all saw his poor shooting and poor defensive play as it started to deteriorate as the season went along. I think we all remember that. The start of the season, Tim Hardaway Jr. played lights out. He helped us beat I think it was the New York Knicks on I think it was a Tuesday afternoon. I think it was MLK Day game. And he helped Kyrie. I think they both scored like 40 points. And I was like,
oh, Pelicans game.
Oh, Pelicans. Okay. And I think he also helped beat the Knicks as well without Luka. And so
yeah.
These games, I was just like, all right, Tim Hardaway, when Luka comes back, like we're going to be good to go. Luka comes back. And now if I'm trying to see it from Tim Sr., I'm just saying Tim Sr. or Hardaway Sr.'s perspective, I get it that Luka holding the ball does impact you having rhythm or whatever the case may be. But Tim Hardaway Jr. has been playing with Luka for the last, 6 years? So it's like, you can't use that excuse because in the playoffs, 3 seasons ago, Tim Hardaway Jr. was the second best player and he was knocking down shots. He had his opportunities. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't think you needed to hear from Nico and Jason Kidd why you weren't getting played. I think you saw it for yourself that you weren't contributing to the team as much as we needed you. We needed shooting, and you weren't giving it to us. because when the minutes that you did get in there with Dwight Powell or whatever the case may be, your minutes, you were always a negative when you were out there on any of these lineups. You're always a negative. And so from a statistical perspective, it makes sense. From a personnel, it makes sense. Having Derrick Jones Jr. out there taking wide open threes were better than Tim Hardaway Jr. taking contested threes, because the benefits that you had from Derrick Jones Jr. is you had defense. So when Hardaway Sr. says all this stuff, I'm just like, you know what? I'm glad this era is over. Y'all could go to Detroit, bring back Michigan vibes, and let's see what he can do over there. And let's see if he says the same things about Detroit Pistons that he says about us. But having a dad be a bigger voice than the actual player having a bigger impact than the voice, that was a problem for me. And I don't need no distractions for these Dallas Mavericks moving forward. So that's my opinion. I'm glad that's the end of it.
So the dad opinion, as someone who is a dad of 3 boys and trying to get them to do things, and then as a son of a father who is very opinionated and was a business owner with him, I bet Tim Jr. has had enough of his freaking dad, quite frankly. Like, just because it's your dad doesn't mean you want your dad. Like, I've talked to you about this with my business. Like, oh, you know how your son can be, blah, 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 blah. You know how my son can be, blah, blah, blah. Oh, let me go solve the problems for my son, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, Dad, shut the hell up. Like, I'm a grown man. Let me handle my problems. Let me handle my coach. And all it does is put a bigger target on Junior. Like, Junior not only has to deal with the fact that he's not playing, that he's not doing this, the social media stuff and all the other things, and he's reading it because he was liking posts that were targeting him, so he was seeing the stuff. And every time his dad opens his damn mouth, someone's like, oh, look what your dad said. Oh, God. Like, shut up. So, and if he's not that way, fine. If he likes his dad being a whiny little bitch all over the national media every day and talking crap about the Mavericks organization, that'd be like your dad going up to your business and you're just trying to do your job and you're like, why hasn't my son been promoted yet? He works his butt off. I know I'm not there every day, but I know because I've seen I haven't seen because I'm not there, but I watch clips. And then the manager would be like, what are you talking about, sir? Can you just leave our building? Like, stop talking. Your son, you have no play over your son's job. Like, it's like, just because it's sports, it doesn't justify the actions of his dad. And he just needs to shut up. That's all there is to it. He needs to just stop talking and stop humiliating both of them. And it's sad. I feel bad for Junior because I don't think he asked for any of this. I'm not a fan of him. I think he lost his way this year really badly. And he's got to deal with not only the lack of play there, but then dealing with his dad on the side and getting all those reports to him. And people are calling him, especially when we get the anonymous source about the locker room problems. Yeah, okay, Tim Sr. Yeah, anonymous my ass. So, it sucks for everything, and it sucks for us as fans. So I'm glad he's gone. So,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that Tim Jr. is totally blameless in all this. Like, I mean, I think if he didn't want this to go on for 6 consecutive years, which it has for pretty much the entire time he's been here. Maybe his first season it didn't really happen. Maybe his second season not too much because he was pretty decent. But his dad's been talking for at least 4 or 5 years now, and so Tim. I mean, if he really wanted to stop, he would have put a stop to it. I mean, if you can get LeVar Ball to stop talking, you can get Tim Hardaway Sr. to stop talking. So, there had to be a way. I mean, obviously Tim wanted there to, be some spark to, be like, why is this guy not playing? Why am I not in the game? Start some talk, some controversy, and it worked. I mean, people talked about it, but anybody who knows anything about ball watched those games and saw why he wasn't out there. He's not the same player that he is on a Wednesday night against the Pistons when it's the NBA Finals. I don't know
when
what
Daddy's in the building.
Oh man, even that, like, he even stopped playing great when his dad showed up after a while. But that was a crazy stretch. I loved that time for sure. But yeah, I mean, I think that we still gotta, Tim can take a little bit of blame. Tim Jr. can for this as well. He needs to step up and own his own actions. Like he needs to publicly tell his dad to shut up if his dad's not shutting up behind closed doors. Like make it a public statement or something because I mean it's negatively affected his career. I mean, what's more so negatively affected his career is his shooting, but his dad hasn't helped either.
Yeah, and I know that Tim Senior, he's on Fox. And I know he does content for them, and I know during the playoff run, the Mavericks had several segments, and he had to talk about them, and in those instances, I understood it. Being on all the Smoke podcasts, obviously, you're gonna get asked that.
Yeah.
But so he's getting prompted to speak. That's one thing, but he has gone out of his way to say things as well. But it's like if your son is in a situation, he was still playing. Tim Hardaway was still getting minutes, and it felt like soon as Tim Hardaway Sr. overspoke and spoke more and more, it's like you saw less of Tim Hardaway Jr. or Tim Hardaway Jr. probably got in his head because what his dad's saying. I don't know. I just feel like all of that has a correlated impact to what happened. It's unfortunate to Tim.
Yeah.
At least I was at his last.
I mean, he was getting. I mean, like you said, he was getting runs or minutes the whole playoff run, really until the finals. He was getting some burn. And then it just as he continued to play worse and worse, he stopped getting minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Same thing with Exum. Exum just didn't have a role anymore because Hardy stepped in and he was able to give us something Exum wasn't giving us. I was at game 4. I was at game 4 of the NBA Finals. Salute the Mavericks Digest, and I was able to see Derek Lively hit a 3. I was able to see the Mavericks play with, grit and aggression and attitude. And, I wish they would have kept that game plan going forward. But I was able to see Tim Hardaway Jr. have a moment in the NBA Finals. And that was pretty cool. But it's just like, hey, that was cool. But we want to win one. We don't want you to be scoring 5 threes in a garbage time situation down 3-0. So I'd rather be winning the chip, and that is why we have Klay Thompson now. So yeah, I'm glad we're moving forward, and hopefully everything.
I will say one more thing on that is I absolutely hate the fact that he now holds the Mavs record for threes in a game in that 3-minute stretch of the fourth quarter. That pisses me off.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Everybody's like, Tim's back. No, he's not. No, he's not.
The buzz in the arena when that was going on, I was just like,
oh my god, it was crazy. Man, I was there too.
Yeah. Oh, you were? Damn.
Yes, sir, that was insane, man.
That wasn't it? It was because he got the ball. I think after he hit his third one, he's dribbling up the court. You hear everybody like, oh, everybody starts standing. Everybody's like, shoot it. He shoots it, it goes in, and I'm like, oh man, this is his night, But yeah, it's just.
I mean, I was already on cloud 9 at that point because I was watching Dwight Powell in the finals. That's my guy. So the fact that Tim was doing that too is making it even better.
So I went to the game 4. Was it game 4 against Timberwolves? Game 4. No, because we won game 3. No, it was game 3. I went to game 3 because then we lost game 4. So game 3 I went to, and I was MVP Luca, who's in the channel, hooked me up with tickets, and I got a much better price because he helped me out getting them instead of having to pay the crazy resale price. And I'm like 20 rows off the floor, basically at 25. And Dwight Powell came in the game, and he got a free throw. And I was like, "You can do it, Dwight! You've only had 40 games of rest. Let's go!" And I screamed, "No!" Everybody started laughing around. I know he heard me because, oh my god, I was like, I just couldn't help it. Like, and then right off the bat, he did something stupid, and I'm like, "Oh dear God." Oh, come on. Dwight, he killed me.
Man, Dwight's the best. As you guys may know, I'm a big Dwight supporter. It's one of the big things about my account. I try to bring Dwight back in the positive limelight of the world. So I'll say something sad that I heard is when I was at the Legends tryout, I was talking to the social media people there, and they told me that they used to post Dwight all the time, just because he's, so positive. He'd help out whenever they needed something to do. So they used to post him all the time. And then like a year and a half ago or so, they just had to stop because they were getting so much negative feedback, just from fans being like, "Oh, send him back to the Legends," all that sort of stuff. It's like, man, he's playing his hardest, he's doing his best. Give him a break, guys. Come on. So I know what post you're talking about.
This is when this is when I remember this. This is when we had like Rashawn Holmes and Dwight Powell playing. And I think this one Lively was hurt for whatever, like 10 games or something like that. And I was arguing that Holmes, again, I know you support Dwight Powell, and I appreciate you taking on that battle because that is a hill I am not going to die on.
That's what I do.
But I was like Rashawn Holmes is better, even if it's marginally. He is better right now. He needs to get more minutes. And they just kept starting Dwight Powell, and you just saw analytically all the things Dwight Powell.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about there, TGK, but continue.
So it just wasn't matching up, right? And I was asking, I was screaming to the top of my lungs, we need to trade for a backup center. And a buddy of ours at another channel, he was saying, no, we need to keep Dwight Powell. He's our backup. And, eventually we make the trade. We go and get Gafford and things change, right? But then you saw how the impact of having two reliable centers is. And so when you
watch out, that's blasphemy against Mavs Muse is backing him up. You can't be saying stuff like that. That's blasphemy against,
Hey, we're gonna have some problems there, TGK.
Did you see him play for Canada? Did you see that play?
That boy locked up in beat like nobody's business.
He did lock up and beat us.
This is TGK TV, and you could say and call anybody out that you want here. You can even call me out. Even people in the comments, y'all want to call out Sticks? Y'all can call out Sticks all day. Ask him to break down.
Oh, Joe's over here talking about the dark circles under my eyes, saying that I look like I sleep in a coffin if you throw holy water on me. I mean, like, need makeup. I mean, Joe's just ragging. Now they're trying to get me to break dance for likes. It's not happening, guys. I'm not dancing. You do not. Yeah. You do not want to see me dance.
Nick, you gotta be careful with your comments. YouTube be watching. But yeah, so anyway, so back to that post. Dwight Powell was getting a lot of crap because when he was starting, the numbers just weren't there. He wasn't helping us like Lively was, or whatever the case may be. So it was just
trying
like
his best, TGK. All right.
Yeah, they were setting him up for failure though. Like, do you remember the one where he's in the tunnel and he runs up and hits the tunnel on his head and all that? Yeah. I'm like, and I'll say this.
That was funny.
I'm gonna say this. Nah, I'm not even gonna say this politically correct. Like, is the media team brain dead at that time? Because I'm like, right now he's getting the most heat, and you're gonna post that to make him look like he doesn't know what he's doing on the basketball
even
court.
Though it was completely fake. But yeah, it made him look like an idiot.
He does it all the time. Yeah.
I was like, why would y'all set him up? Like he already gets hit in the head.
Hold on. Have you seen the Mavs social media team? It's not, just saying, like, little out of touch sometimes with their posts.
Sometimes.
Them and the Cowboys are a little out of touch with their social media posts. I mean, it's like, guys, you're losing 40-0. Like, what are you posting that for? Like, it's the Mavs same thing. It's like, why? Why are you posting this? So, Dwight Powell did definitely any good vibes that were going to go back towards Dwight definitely went the other way when he did that unnecessary jump and fall on top of Kyrie's foot. I'm just saying. Like, he didn't do him any favors with that injury of Kyrie.
He was just going for loose ball Sticks. He was playing hard, diving on the floor. He's just doing his thing, man. I don't want to hear it.
Throwing his head at a ball? That's what he normally does.
No,
it's an elbow. He throws his head at elbows. My bad. Yeah, my bad.
The fact that his face is still intact blows my mind.
Yeah, it is.
He gets hit in the head more than anybody I've ever seen.
Sticks, we used to have a counter for how many times Dwight Powell would be hit in the head. Like, in the first season of the pregame show, whenever we were doing over-unders, Dwight Powell getting hit in the head was an over-under. We would set it at like 2. It was the funniest thing. But I think when it
is bad though, because he is a good guy. Like, overall, he's been a very good teammate.
Well,
he's
really
a good dude. Like, great for the community. Everything else Dwight Powell said. But unfortunately, it's basketball, and people are going to do what they're going to do. It's like my kid made a comment that says, we got to talk about the cat trade. My kid made a comment about, wait till Cat gets up there with New York. I was like, yeah, wait till he gets to New York. He's like, yeah, how quick before he gets called gay or something else? Because it's just New York style, right? And like, already one of his comments on his ... it's like, you better not come to New York and act like a bitch. It's like, right off the bat,
did see that.
Already.
Immediately.
Jesus.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me try to fix my sync on this camera.
Your sink?
Kitchen sink?
I don't know. It's coming smooth on my end. I have no idea what he's talking about.
It works for me.
Well, El Flavor says, TGK, your voice is out of sync when the video and MavsMuse keeps freezing. I'm sure you'll fix it later.
Well, you've been on sync for me. Mavs Muse has definitely been freezing up. He's freezing up in the fourth constantly.
But if the audio works, then it's no big deal. You know?
Yeah, the audio's good. That's why it's not a big deal. Yeah. So
I just
on that note, you want to talk about No, you've been coming in sync with me at least. I don't know.
Okay.
And it could be a loading thing too. I mean, you never know. On their end.
Now, before we move to the next topic, Sticks, we need to get these likes up. We got 26 people on YouTube watching, and we only got 14 likes. So tell them what's going on, man.
What's going on is I'm still working for free around here, and there ain't no way in hell I actually get paid for all this torture I'm being put through unless we start making some money. So I need y'all to get likes up. That would greatly help. I would like to turn this more than a hobby into a business. Anyway, but on side, get the likes up. Get them up. Okay, there. That's what I used to do for when I was just the random person on here. That became my role, to just scream at people.
What do you say fuck me for?
And then over there on TikTok, I see we got 1,000 hearts. Appreciate y'all putting hearts over there. I think 700 of them came from me. But anyway, so yeah.
It's so dumb that you can heart your own freaking TikTok. It's so stupid. Like, why are you able to?
You know,
the other night we did the first test run on Thursday night. We had a Cowboys watch party just because that's the night we needed to. We had to do 2 TikToks over 25 minutes to make sure we kept our access, and we had to do it before Friday to make sure. And anyway, so he finds out he can hit hearts, and he's like, "I'm gonna get to 5,000." He's just clicking them. And I'm like, Jesus, we're just spamming TikTok.
According to my cousin, he gave us all 6,000 of them. I was like, then I guess I didn't contribute to that. So. But yeah, so if you're on TikTok, y'all can send what is it, a donut? That's 30 coins.
There's all kinds of things.
There's all kind of things y'all can send over there. You know what I'm saying? And now Sticks will do a break dance for y'all. If you
no.
I heard that too. Yeah, I heard he will. Yeah,
I heard that as well. Yep.
Here, I better do this with my eyes or something. I better, to make sure I don't have dark circles for Joe. Hold on, let me turn the camera off. Let me go get some concealer real quick for you, Joe.
He's trying to call you the Undertaker. That's what he's trying to call you.
Yeah, I know. All right, so you want to get on to the lovely breaking news, the Blockbuster?
Yeah, let's get into the breaking news, man.
All right. You want to cue that off? There's no video to play.
Oh, there's none.
I'm not playing anything.
All right.
No.
I got it.
This guy.
We got a breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. We got breaking news.
It's time! Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, man, yeah. There was breaking news yesterday. The New York Knicks and the Minnesota Timberwolves made a deal involving, what is his name? Karl Anthony Towns. I don't know why I always mix up his name.
Did you just really get his name wrong? You're fired.
I always look. We are a Mavs thing here. We're not a NBA thing.
Good excuse.
Hey, Mavs Muse, tell me.
I like it.
Tell me about this name. We're trying to develop a third show, but Sticks, seems.
We are not developing a third show. It's not happening.
I'm trying to name the third show. I'm trying to name the third show like a full NBA coverage thing, and I'm trying to call it the Alley-Oop Scoop. But Sticks is like,
that's fired. That's fired.
You can't be saying that. If you're going to ever use that, now someone could steal it because you set it up. What's wrong with you? Like, we're going to find out Mavs Muse makes a podcast named Alley-Oop Scoop now.
No, I already.
It's crazy.
I already sent. What is it? The naming rights
trademark.
I already have the name. Yeah,
you already. Okay. Yeah. I only run a business.
It sticks
I only
run
a business already. Have a wife, 3 kids. I do we're on the verge of 4 to 5 of these a week. No. Let's add a third show. I don't got.
Yeah, it's basically Sticks throwing a mic, and then I'm catching a mic and dunking it into
that should be the graphic right there. That should be the logo.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but Sticks is like, oh, I got all this, I might have to just do that one solo. You know, I might just do that one solo.
Oh, we got B Dot in the channel now. B Dot's here.
Hey, we got B Dot. B Dot in the building. Hey, we got B Dot. He said the give and go. Look. You know, I got time for a third show, so Sticks could just be in the background producing it. And he could just walk away. You know, he could do it.
Yeah, 120 hours a week working. That's okay. We'll do that.
Yeah, no, that leaves you plenty of time. I mean, come on. Now.
Yeah, plenty of time.
So this trade
I'm over here trying to get things ready for tonight to make sure we're working, and this fool shows up, an hour late because he had to go play golf. It's the rough life.
Not an hour late.
TGK.
It was not an hour late. It was the game went on an hour later. Okay. But yeah. My
when you're star TGK's caliber, you show up when you show up. All right.
Hey, look at that.
He's like, let me big shot him here. I'm the host. I'll do what I want.
So right. Towns was traded to the New York Knicks for Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, did I say that right? And a first round pick. Massive trade. The biggest thing I took away from that trade is that the Timberwolves is broke, and now the Knicks are even more formidable because you get rid of an issue with the way Randle kind of fits with this squad, kind of fits with Brunson. He played well with him, but he just doesn't fit. It was kind of muddied. Then Dante DiVincenzo, you ruined the Nova Gang or whatever they call themselves. So yeah, that was a big trade. So let's start off with Mavs Muse. What do you think about this trade, and how does it impact the Dallas Mavericks?
You might want to read that comment first before he starts.
We'll see. Sticks, maybe you should go part-time on Locked On.
All right, Mavs Muse, it's all you. You get the opening statement on this one.
Man, that stuff's crazy, man. That's a pretty wild trade. How it affects the Mavs, honestly, I think it affects the Mavs positively. I think it makes Minnesota worse. I think that Cat and Randall are in some ways very similar players, but for what Minnesota needs precisely, I think Cat's a much better fit for that role. And so the fact that they swapped those two out for a similar play style but a little bit worse for their system, in my opinion, that's going to help Dallas a lot. I mean, they've gotten more depth, obviously. Bringing in DiVincenzo, he's gonna help them a lot, with their reserves. But I mean, it's still to be seen whether he's gonna be happy there or not. Because he talked about how he was unhappy with the diminished role he was expecting to have in New York. With Bridges coming over. So if he does come off the bench, which looks like it's inevitable, with Conley and Ant over there, unless he takes McDaniel's spot, and move Ant down to the 3, which I really don't see happening. Then he's still going to come off the bench, and he's still going to be in a smaller role than he would have had with the injured Knicks last year. So I'm not really sure what he was expecting, but if they can keep his personality in order, I still think they're going to be a little bit worse off just because the Cat for Randall swap for that system seems to be a little bit of a downgrade. So for the Mavs' sake, I'm very happy with it. I wasn't too worried about them in the first place. I know that all the games pretty much were close in that conference final, so they're definitely a formidable opponent, but I still think that the Mavs kind of have an edge over them before that trade, and I think that edge increased a little bit after that. So I'm happy with it personally, even though it does bring them a little bit more depth, and I just think that for what they need, Cat's a little bit better than Randall for that.
That's some great analysis there. What do you think, Sticks?
I just don't see Cat working in New York. I don't.
Oh, hot take? Hot take?
That's the other side of the coin. Yeah, his personality may not be meant for New York, honestly.
Bro, I mean, he was getting his feelings hurt in there, and outside of Ant, he was the next scorer. That ain't the case over there. You got Brunson. You've got who's going to hold the ball probably as much, if not more, than Ant. You've got OG. You've got all the other guys they brought in, Mikhail, all these guys. I just don't see his personality working with the Knicks. I don't think he's going to be able to handle the pressure, and he ain't going to be able to hold the ball and do what he did. And you saw when the Mavs limited his ability in the postseason, he couldn't get in rhythm. Like, he's the guy that needs to throw shots up, and if he can't get the shots, it doesn't seem like he can get it going. And then even when he does get it going, then he doesn't play defense. So cool, he gets it going, and then the Knicks suffer on defense like Minnesota did. And then with Minnesota, I mean, the only reason they kind of kept us in check is when Cat would come in and help Gobert. Now they only have one big. Like Randall's big, but I just don't. Randall's not the same as Cat. Like I don't see that working. And I just, with DiVincenzo not wanting to be 6-man there, how's that going to go? And we don't know if this is done because they're saying Charlotte's still involved possibly too. So really? What? I mean, are they moving DiVincenzo again? To alleviate contract load? I don't know what they're doing, but the details haven't finished up on this. So.
Yeah, I will say it's interesting to me that it sounds like they wanted to prioritize keeping Reed over Towns, even with all the other pieces involved. It sounds like they were, really all in on Nas over Cat, which is, makes sense, but it's interesting at least.
So let me give y'all my 2 cents here. I have a buddy that's from Astoria, Queens. He's a big time New York Knicks fan, and he calls them the Knicks, aka Mavs killers and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, we've been beating y'all for the last decade or whatever. But anyway, where Mavs Muse go?
I don't know what just happened.
Am I still here? Am I still here?
You back.
Yeah, but it moved rotation on the. We can hear you. Your camera's not bad, but you're here.
I bet.
All right. So here's the thing with Towns going to New York. From a scheme perspective, it does make a lot of sense, depending on how they go about their starting 5. Whether Hart is in the starting 5 or he's not, whether Robinson's in the starting 5 or he's not. You could put Cat out there and at the 4 or the 5, but I think for that team, I'm not gonna lie, I like the idea of a Brunson, a Bridges, a OG. For some reason I'm drawing a blank, but they can basically keep Towns at the 5, and then you have a whole squad of everybody being able to shoot threes, and that is pretty elite. But if they start Robinson and keep Towns at the 4, then you have some kind of rim protection. So there's ways they could go about it. It fits a lot better as opposed to Randall out there that could only go left. So it's good in a sense, but also Towns is not that guy. He's not that guy in the playoffs. Luka and the Mavericks exposed that killer mentality that he lacks, right? And so from a Mavericks perspective, I think the Knicks can have a deep playoff run. I think they could get to the finals if everything goes right for them. But even if they come across the Mavericks, I just don't think they have that one player that is going to be able to, outdo or out superstar Luka. And the way Luka is, he doesn't only beat you on the court, he intimidates you on the court, and he also takes your heart and your pride on that court and your ego. So we saw it happen last year. Luka beat those dudes 4-1. Lively was undefeated against those guys as well. So it's a great trade for New York. They might see a great outcome with this as far as having a playoff run. But I think I'm not scared of them. And if they go into the finals, I'd be pretty confident facing the Knicks with a Towns-led center. But like you said, it's not the end of the deal. But like I put in that poll, I think the T-Wolves owners came up big on this. They're not having to pay any apron taxes or anything like that. Like they came out of this deal pretty good, and they just ain't got the money like the Mavs ownership does. So but they also had go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me check something real quick. So, do you have a bunch of windows open on your computer?
Me?
You might want to knock some stuff down.
Who, me?
No. I took your video off. Your video is completely locked up. It showed like your battery is low. It's pretty cool, actually. This back-end software we use actually shows, and it shows right now your computer's starting to slightly overload TGK. So that's why your audio is starting to crackle a little bit. I think that's why. So if you can take anything down right now to get your CPU to chill, that'll probably help your audio. So, yeah, I just took you off camera because your camera's completely frozen. It wasn't coming back.
I don't think Sticks knows, but
that 1%, that might be a lot.
I don't know who he was talking to.
Yeah, are you on battery?
Yeah, I'm on my laptop and it's just about to die. So I just plugged it in. So hopefully it stays alive here.
Okay, you plugged it in now. Okay, yeah, because it tells me your battery's low. I was wondering the same thing. I was like, his stuff's real low. So that's pretty cool software. This stuff's all free, and it like literally gives me feedback, so like I can see stuff. It's pretty crazy. So, but whoa, Joe said you need to stop looking at those websites.
Well, I had Instagram up and TikTok up. Jesus, I had those sites up to monitor the stream, so I just X them off.
Yeah, your audio is like all robotic. It's your computer's struggling at the moment.
It's at 50%. It's okay now, I think.
Man, we got Ray in here. We haven't seen Ray in a while.
What? Ray is in the building? What?
Hey, I need to find out something.
What's up?
Is his audio coming in like this to y'all the way it is to me? Does it sound clearer once it gets to YouTube? Or does it sound robotic to y'all?
Let me hear it.
Because to me, I know you probably hear it too, MavsMuse, right?
TGKs?
No,
I mean, it sounds all right to me.
Yeah, that sounds good.
on?
I just turned it on. Yeah.
Ooh.
My audio's
maybe
okay.
mine's starting to overload with everything.
Yeah.
Let me kill some stuff.
Reset your voice meter. Sylvester. If you don't stop bugging
playing
me,
no
buddy.
more. What was it like trying to just keep his mental?
Are you playing Twitter right now?
I don't know.
All right, so while Sticks figures that out, anyway, what I was saying, Towns is just not made to be that guy in the playoffs. But I'm reading a comment over here saying that that apparently, according to Frank, says apparently back when Thibodeau coached the Wolves, Tibbs also called Towns soft.
Yeah, I see that.
So Towns is playing for Thibodeau again, and we're gonna see how that goes. But again, short term, there's a great deal for them. It does make them better. And I think I saw B-Dot says the Knicks ceiling is higher, but the floor is also lower. And you couldn't say it better than that.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, their ceiling's higher for sure. It's going to be weird to see how they, get those shots between the Randall shots. It's going to be either Bridges or Cat. One of those two is going to take all those shots. So they might divvy it up, 50-50, or give a majority to Cat and make Bridges kind of the player that he used to be in Phoenix. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with those two over there, because they got a lot of new pieces to fit in, and they're kind of a team who hasn't really ever had an opportunity to have a bunch of really good guys come in at the same time and try to work around a superstar. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it, especially with the coach they have at the helm. I mean, it's going to be, oh, hey, I'm back.
Well, I'm testing to see if your video starts loading again. Your audio's in, so you're good. I'm controlling on my end. My audio engine actually glitched. I guess it caused some issue on my end, so I had to restart. Everything's normal again for me. So yeah, if your video starts loading again, I'll put you back.
4% though, so I think I'm good.
Yeah. I'm waiting for it to actually load your camera again. Then I'm gonna try to bring you back.
Yeah, so starting lineup of Brunson, Hart, Bridges, OG, and Towns. Because again, 6'7" isn't a power forward, but PJ Washington is 6'7", so you could kind of make it work. I think that's pretty interesting. It does make the Knicks pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that team, if they're firing on all cylinders, every single player could shoot a three, so they could spread teams out.
Hey yo,
and they could do some damage. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how this goes.
That's definitely
the center position is going to be interesting,
We need to congratulate Ray. If you look in the chat.
Oh,
Ray just got married.
Ray, you got married? What? Let me hit
Hey.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's so
Come on,
wrong.
man.
Emotional damage.
Nah, congratulations, Ray. That's a beautiful thing. They have that beautiful bond be forever etched. Is that how you say that thing? Yeah, man. So congratulations, bro. Well, what do you say to that, Sticks? How do you say congratulations to being married? Like, what is the proper way?
Congrats.
That's it? Man, Sylvester,
said
you see how he... Nah, hold on. Let me talk. Sylvester, you see how Sticks wanted me to congratulate him? I congratulate him. And then I asked Sticks, hey, can you, add to that? Oh, congratulations. Ah, come on now.
Bro, Joe just asked if it was to a girl.
How about them Cowboys? There it was. Glory hole.
Perfect. I was like, yes, you better play that one right now.
Hold on.
Man,
For
the
Joe...
Cowboys are crazy on this show.
For Joe...
Well, you got to understand, Ray is actually from overseas. Is he Bangkok? Is he Thailand? I think he's...
Whoa, sir.
Hey,
That's a town. What are you talking about? Whoa.
There's some people that don't know that's a town, all right? It's a big city.
It's a major city. Oh my god. Yeah, so we got a whole history, like some of these. Yeah, a pregame show isn't this way. Pregame show, the cussing goes off. We're trying to be very professional. This is the let loose, have fun.
Yeah,
I feel
my bad,
he's in
Mavs
Philippines.
This is more post-game show
sometimes
vibes
there.
here.
Oh, this is why it's Midnight Mavness, so like Midnight Madness, so we kind of go Mavs crazy here. But for Joe, this sound effect is for Joe.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's your favorite drop. Oh my god, he found that like a week ago and he can't stop playing it now.
It is my favorite sound effect.
Oh man. So all right, do we got anything else to talk about? Or are we
I do.
for all it with the other people now.
I got one more thing, and then we could just chat with the chat for a little bit. So, Mark Cuban, he was on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. Any takeaways from y'all? Mavs Muse, did you watch it? Do you have any takeaways on that?
Man, I've been kind of disconnected for the past week or so I didn't see it. Did you get what he said or no?
This is I'm trying to think of like the right sound effect to capture how I felt about it. But I know. This is what I felt about it. This is how I felt about it because here it goes.
Because I don't know ball and Jason Kidd does. Let's fucking go Mad.
I didn't really take much out of it. It's just more Mark Cuban speaking to a mic. He's been doing 1 billion podcasts. He has 1 billion tweets not related to the Mavericks. He does everything else to stay in the limelight. And I understand he's a great businessman. I understand he was a great owner for the most part. He definitely revitalized and revolutionized the Mavericks, and I appreciate him for that. But just doing so many podcasts, it's like I hear the same things over and over, and I don't take much out of it, but I do appreciate that he gave Kyrie, Nico, and Jason Kidd all of the kudos and flowers to bring Klay Thompson here, and I was happy to hear that. That was my biggest takeaway.
Yeah, I'm glad he finally got some humility to him now that he sold the team. I did say that I didn't really enjoy the podcast that he did with Brunson earlier in the summer, where they kind of went into the whole free agency type thing. That was a hard watch, and it didn't help either side really, in my opinion. I don't know why they even decided to do that. They should have made it more structured and had a better way to go about it if they were going to do it.
I'm glad you said that, Mavs Muse. You should check out our Midnight Mavness where we talked about that. There's a whole show that we dedicated to that, and we were like, they didn't dig into details enough. Like, they just gave us surface level stuff, and it's like, why would you do that and then not peel the curtain back? You're just like shaking the curtain. Like, it's like, all right, y'all were trying to be safe with it. Oh, careful with your words. Like, just let it out. And it's like no one won out of that. Nobody won out of that. The way they were talking, you could hear that there was stuff that they weren't saying. There was stuff that we wanted to hear. There was behind the scenes stuff that obviously, like you're saying, they were just keeping hidden. And so I wish it would have been nice to be able to hear some of like what actually went down and not just, the most basic, well, I didn't like this, I didn't like this. All right, let's move on,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it was insulting because there's enough out there that we all kind of know, and they've said more before in some ways, and it was like, well, why are we talking about this? Could we just stop?
Maybe it was
Mark
like
Cuban
a
has
pretend,
definitely hit his
like
limit
a media
for talking.
beef squash type thing. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, but Mark Cuban, man, it's a tough thing because it's like, He's still part of ownership, and I know he's trying to bring a casino and all that, and those things sound fun, but it's just him still being so influential in a way. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like it could distract us from what we're trying to do this season, and I hope it doesn't, and I hope he just kind of chills out and does something else. Like, go do something else. Stop talking about the Mavericks. Talk about what you actually want to talk about. And I think we know.
Y'all think he's going to be sitting behind the bench for 65 plus games again this year?
Oh, over under 65 games. That's a great question. You know what? Let me put the poll. Let me put a poll up for that. Go ahead, Sticks.
He goes to half the away games and pretty much every home game. So
yeah, Sticks. You want to let the crowd know?
I don't know.
What was that?
You want to let the people know if they want to join the show?
I already did that. I'm way ahead of you, guy.
Oh,
this is why I'm the producer.
Do you want to announce it on the show? That's what I'm saying.
I typed it. Yeah. Oh, you want me to? Oh, sure. I'm just messing with you. I knew what you were getting at. Yeah, if y'all want to join the show, click that link below. That is a valid link. I like Johnny B that one day. Like, what is this link? Video Ninja is an actual link. It's valid. It's like StreamYard before. So we're not going to bring you on camera tonight. Most of you don't even use your cameras, so we'll bring your audio in. And if y'all want to talk, we got another, 15, 20 minutes or whatever before we kill the show. Whoa.
Yeah, I hopped on after the Mavs Twitter tournament. I was just in the chat that day, and you had some guests on. That was a really fun stream you guys had that day. So hopefully it stays that fun during the season. There's not a 6-game losing streak that causes all the followers to hide into a hole or something for a while.
Oh man, I was still doing shows during that streak, and with every game I got even more pissed off, and I even got to the point where I was like, we need to fire Jason Kidd and all that, and because here's the thing, Mavs Muse, like I'm not trying to. Why can I hear myself? Oh, my check.
Joe joined, but it shouldn't have caused you to hear yourself.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm good now. So,
okay.
Mavs Muse, what I try to do here is I try to be as very transparent as a creator and a fan of the Mavericks, and I don't hold back my opinions. So if I feel one way one day, I could change how I feel the next day, right? So I was like very angry during that 6-game losing streak because Gafford was getting 6 minutes a game, and then I had some dude on Twitter telling me how much of an idiot I am for thinking that 6 minutes was too much for him and all this stuff, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then the Miami Heat game came, and then we put Derrick Jones and Gafford in the lineup, and everything changed. And Kidd saved the season, and because Kidd saved the season, Chris, formerly known as Fire Jason Kidd, came up with this famous quote at the game.
Because I don't know ball and Jason Kidd does. Let's fucking go, Mav.
And that's how we got there. So, yeah.
Hey, is that the guy who always wears a shirt that says Fire Jason Kidd on it in big letters?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is him.
That's him.
Oh, my God. I've seen that guy before.
Yeah.
He's like, I've seen that guy before.
I think
yes.
he was in the section next to mine for my season tickets last year. Man, that guy, there were some times where that guy made me a little angry. I can't lie to you.
He means well, man. He means well.
Oh, welcome to the show, Joe. Like, Joe didn't even wait for an introduction. Joe's like, who are we talking about right now?
Oh, hold on. Let me give Joe an introduction. Hold on. There you go, Joe. There you go. Was that loud enough for you, Joe? Hold on. There we go.
MVP Lucas said, no, that's not him.
Yeah,
That's you, Chris. That's you. Okay, so let's just do something real quick. Do you want to? We haven't plugged the show or following or liking or memberships. You want to do that real quick before we get into the guests? Any extra guests?
Oh yeah. So of course,
now that we got multiple platforms and new subscriptions set up.
Yeah. So yeah, we waited a whole 2 hours to break down the memberships and stuff like that. But yeah, if y'all don't mind dropping a like on the video, y'all know how YouTube works, and in any other platform you're at, you know how these algorithms work. A like goes a long way to help building the show. But on top of that, we also are going to be doing Midnight Mavness members only exclusively on YouTube when the season does come around. And if you want to be able to watch these episodes where we do have we do open the show up to everybody to jump on and be able to talk. You do have to be a member. As far as becoming a member, that is on the profile of TGK TV. You'll be able to see it. It'll be one of the options to become a member. You'll be able to click the link and get there. So again, consider that for the season. These shows will not be just open to everybody. They will be a member exclusive, so that we will be able to get a deep dive into the Mavericks season. So again, if y'all don't mind leaving a like, follow us on all of these platforms: TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Sylvester, come on now, Twitch, Twitter, all that, Instagram. Don't go to Instagram. Nobody wants Instagram. Anyway, but yeah, Sticks, bring me back. I don't know where I'm going with this. There you. Thank you.
You are back. Whoa. Follow us on Instagram too. Like, no, follow us on every platform. What's wrong with you? I'm streaming a platform. This fool says, don't follow me there. Like, what? We only got one viewer there, but we can get more.
You're the problem.
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
All right, man.
Annie followed you on TikTok and then immediately said we could give you more traffic and fans. So, thanks, Chinese bot.
I just feel like I need to create a different Instagram specifically to this instead of my personal one. You get what I'm saying? Because like my personal one is like, it's kind of odd. A lot of my personal friends aren't like big Mavericks fans, so it's like it's not
whatever. They can support you. They're your friends.
All right, then forget them. Then you know what I'm saying. Then I'm the problem.
Yeah,
not forget them.
Real friends anyway.
Oh,
so.
not forget them.
All right. And with that, now we have Joe. What's up, Joe?
Hello, gentlemen. How are y'all tonight?
Joe, good to hear from you, man.
Lucky you still have moderator access after all the shit you've been talking. So I'm just.
I was about to delete everybody's comments if I didn't get to come on stage tonight. So. I was going to turn all the likes off. It was going to go. I was going DEFCON 1.
Whoa, not DEFCON 1 now. Come on.
Calm down, Joe. Calm down.
Oh.
This is why, hey, by the way, earlier when I told you the old cranky white guy, now you know why.
Yeah. I forgot to plug the Discord link. Another place for y'all to come chat up with us. We're in there exclusively. And you're also able to get like alerts of like whenever we do go live. Way better, because I don't think YouTube does a great job of like alerting people we're live, but Discord does. So if you want to be able to get quicker notifications when we are live, Discord does a great job of that. So if we want to join have chats after the all the other times too. So Discord's great because we can talk, we can do other things, the voice chat, text, put links. It's good for having a conversation with people outside of here and not have to do it through direct social media. And we could play video games on there while we're watching highlights. Like, it's pretty cool.
And if you have your graduation year from either high school or college, you need to follow through TikTok. Discord is for adult conversation.
No, that's the No Limits channel on the Discord channel.
Yeah, so there's several channels on Discord. We have general chat.
There's a warning for that channel.
And there's a very much a disclaimer and protecting my legalities to be in the No Limits chat for sure. So
yep. Even Muse, you're protected under that too. So if you want to participate, so
Muse, Who else we have on here? Sticks. Who else joined us?
Well, we just got fired, Jason Kidd. So he's trying to play denial. Since we'll let Mavs Muse get out his anger on him, here on the show.
Nice.
Now that we know he pissed him off during the season a couple times,
So fire Jason Kidd, is that the guy with the Slovenian flag?
Yes.
Oh, that's Lucky Charms. Remember we were asking if he likes which one does he like better, like the purple horseshoe or the green clovers and stuff like that?
Oh, he about to hit you with some jokes. Where you at? Fire Jason Kidd. Hit him.
Hold on. I got to get him on. Give me a second.
Oh. Okay.
All right. He should be on now. And his audio's coming back to us. You and your JBL tune.
Man, you can see everything, huh?
Yeah, you're causing major echo. Fool. Like, I can't do this.
Go get some headphones.
Do you got some headsets, Chris?
Or AirPods. But you gotta change. You gotta change the settings whenever.
Okay, I gotta mute him for now. Like, he's got to be muted. Like, I can't do that. Okay. Do we have no echo finally?
I still got it.
Oh god, it still got it. Hold on, I gotta kill this whole audio on here.
And so when y'all jump on here, and you click the link, look at the settings. And as far as like how you want to communicate, select your headset. That way we're not able to hear you, and you can hear us. And we just
Are y'all still hearing the echo too? Or is it only me now?
Oh, never mind. No more. I don't hear it no more.
Hello.
Yep.
Okay, it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right. Joe, you want to give us some feedback from the show tonight as a outside looking in perspective?
Joe, hit me with it.
Yeah, hit us
nice.
with it.
Is that Lucky Charms or is that Muse? I can't tell.
That's Muse.
That's still Muse.
That's Muse, baby.
I
What's
think
good?
I'm glad to see Muse participating. So, yeah, I was giving him hell though, saying his trade analysis was terrible, but I actually think it was pretty good. So, yeah, I think Minnesota's spacing is going to be all wonky post trade though. So, because you've got, God, what is the guy's name? The great defender who was first team All NBA defense. McDaniels, yeah, McDaniels and Julius Randle, who are like subpar 3-point shooters, and then obviously Gobert is not a floor spacer. So you got, they had no floor spacing, and I was listening to, I guess it was Hardwood Knocks today, and they were talking about it makes more sense for Randall to come off the bench, but is he going to want to do that? So I think Muse was kind of hitting along those lines. So I thought his analysis was really good. So it was good to see.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So, I'm very judgmental. When somebody comes on and they start saying stupid things, I'm like, man, that person doesn't know what they're talking about. So
they don't know ball. That's what he says.
Yeah.
They don't know ball, and Jason Kidd does.
Calm it down.
Yeah.
Calm it down.
Oh.
But Chris, do we have you back?
Because I don't know ball, and Jason Kidd does.
Oh, go ahead, Chris. My bad. I was playing your sound effect. Yes.
I got an echo from TGK.
Hold on. You can hear him?
You got echo again.
I can hear him.
Echo isn't as bad.
I don't hear him at all. He's not even coming in for me. I don't even know where his audio is coming in at because I'm not getting. Oh, y'all are hearing him. Interesting.
Hey,
y'all are probably have your. Hey, Chris, say something.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
He sounds fine, but y'all sound like there's an echo now.
Hold on. Y'all are hearing. I know why. Y'all have your microphones turned on there. I got to change his link. His link is different now, so he's not coming into the stream yet.
Freaking Lucky Charms screwing it up again.
All right.
Bro, I don't get the Lucky Charms. Is that like a ginger? Is that like a ginger joke? Am I missing
Yeah, of course
something?
it's a ginger joke, man. What else would it be?
Bro, I didn't think ginger jokes were still cool. 2024. I thought that was a protected characteristic. What happened?
No. We can make fun of gingers and Mexicans. It's a rule here.
Oh my God, Joe.
You hit him with the protected characteristics.
Bro, I thought, dude, I thought ginger was off the list now. Like,
no, you're not a protected class.
Come on, man, y'all didn't get the memo.
No. Now, if you identified as a brunette, then possibly, but not as a ginger. So that doesn't count.
Man, that's a bummer. Look, I will say this. Everybody expresses themselves differently. You know what I'm saying? Everybody chooses to cheer for their team the way that they choose to cheer for their team. And, like, maybe not everybody's down with the vibe, dude, but, like, I don't go out of my way to talk shit about how other people fandom. You know what I mean? And so, I don't know, man. Everybody's got an opinion. I just like the Mavs. I like chilling with people that like the Mavs. I like having a good time. I like talking shit when I feel like talking shit is necessary. That's how I express myself at the game sometimes when coach refuses to play his best players, you know what I'm saying? And they're on a 6-game losing streak, and he's not putting Gafford in, he's not putting DJJ in, and like making what looks like obvious coaching mistakes. And look, maybe he was trying to find the right lineup, and maybe I was a little quick on the trigger, but it's not like I was the only dude that was giving shit to J Kidd. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a shit ton of people, and a bunch of people maybe not admitting how much they were like, yeah, J Kidd's done. National media was getting on his ass. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're. Wait a second. I think you're completely justified in having that opinion because it was like there was like a giant kind of uproar from the fan base, and like you said, there was a national media presence, like Tim Legler saying, "Man, what are we doing here?" And I still maintain because just being a part of those and not necessarily in a pro athlete kind of thing, but being those things, you're like when you give somebody assets to use, like, and you spend a lot of capital to obtain those assets, and then those people aren't using those assets, then you go, maybe we need to make a change here because we spent 2 first-round picks to get you these players, and they're playing 6 minutes. I think Jason Kidd was definitely on a hot seat, and they had that team meeting, and then everything kind of blew up, and then all of a sudden he makes those changes, Chris. But I think you're completely justified saying, hey, pull your head out of your ass and play these players that we traded for.
Yep.
Well,
look,
and I think
we got to
too,
get
like
to the spicy conversation. Hold on, we got to get to the spicy conversation, okay? Mavs Muse. How many times did he piss you off at the games? I just want to know, like how many.
Dude, this guy, man. Look, all I'm doing, I'm sitting there watching my beloved Mavs in section 112, and I just hear this ringing in my ear. 113 to my left, and it's just constant nonsense. I look over, and it's this guy from Twitter over here with his cape on, screaming, "Fire Jason Kidd!" And I'm like, you know what? He's not wrong, but God, just take a break every once in a while, all right?
Well, I think I will say this from anybody that's been to a game with me, like it's not constant. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm doing that shit literally the entire game. Like even when I was doing my Fire Mark Cuban bit, like. That's once or twice a quarter. You know what I mean? If that I'm saying some shit. And the Fire J Kidd stuff, like I'm doing that like at the end of the game for 30 seconds. So like this narrative that like I'm ruining people's experience and what about the kid that's there for his first game and you're ruining shit for him? Like, dude, I'm not even saying stuff most of the time that's gonna be considered a disruption. And look, and I will say this. A lot of people like to share their opinion and talk shit on Twitter and talking to their friends, but I like to talk my shit at the arena. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody's built like that, and not everybody feels that energy. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, Chris, Mavs Muse will be the guy next year in the candy striped girl tennis shoes, and you should just hard check him in the tournament.
Hey, man. No, I will say this. The only time that I actually got, I was like, hey, come on, man, take it easy. The only time that I actually felt like that when you were yelling was there was one time where, I forget which game it was, we just got cooked. And you were screaming at post game, and I was watching the bench and their reactions, and Luka looked up at you, like 3 guys looked up at you and like gave a face, and I was like, oh, this mother.
Look. I will tell you what though, during the season, the one time Luka and I made eye contact, and he looked at me and shook his head in disgust, motherfucker dropped 73 in his next game. So was it his interaction with Tim McMahon after the game? Was it his own personal shit? Did maybe he feel like I can't have motherfuckers booing me? And like, okay, I joke about like, yo, I'm the reason Luka dropped 73. I don't really believe that that's what happened, but I believe there's kind of an ecosystem within the fan base, and I think everybody plays their part, and I think everybody's different and can kind of express themselves differently. Yeah. And there was another time, like the video with Reggie Bullock when I was talking shit to J Kidd, and Reggie Bullock was like, "Shut the fuck up." You know what I mean? But like,
can I tell them our story, Chris? I'll go ahead and tell them. So we were at a Toronto Raptors game. It was like the first game. Shout out to K Choice. He hooked me up with tickets for that game. That was the first game of the season I went to. And at this time, I haven't met Fire Jason Kidd guy yet. I've seen him on Twitter. I haven't met him. I didn't know him by his name yet. But then I saw he was in my section. I tweeted him like, "Yo, is that you?" He was like, "Yeah, it's me." So then we met up, chopped it up. So then like people started leaving because the Raptors were kicking our ass. So I go down there, to sit right next to Chris formerly known as Fire Jason Kidd. And at the end of the game, he does the most loudest, disrespectful boo. Like, boo! Like, it was so loud. I'm pretty sure everyone could hear it. And I'm standing right next to him, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I know the Maverick players are hearing this. And he is booing louder than the damn PA system. And I know they all heard it. And I'm just sitting there like secondhand embarrassment, but also at the same time like, yeah, they kind of deserve this, right? And so I was just like, hey, Chris a real one. And, I think the Cowboys need more fans like that, And hey, all of that, all of the like calling out certain things and being upset with the team, it's more because we want to win. And some people might take it out of context, and I, we all have different opinions. And
I think too. Like, again, anybody that's been to a game with me and hung out with me for the night and sat in the seat next to me, like 90+% of my energy for the night is all positive. Let's have fun. Go Mavs. Luka's a fucking beast. Kyrie, like, I love all the guys on the team, especially now they got rid of Hardaway Jr. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm just there to have a good time and have fun. I love NBA basketball. I'm an old head. I've been going to games for a long-ass time. And, like, dude, I really don't mean any harm. Most of it is just for fun or, like, low-key trolling and shit and just having fun. But, like, again, dude, I understand that the energy's not for everybody. And so it's always been like that. But, like, the ones that fuck with me, the real ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, my man TGK and some of the other dudes that like understand.
I mean, you saw me at game 3 because you were 10 rows above me, and I was letting people looking at me like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Yeah, these people that dropped $1,700 are not expecting me near them. I'm just letting them have it. And it was like same thing. Like there was one point where when the Timberwolves started coming back, like everybody's cheering and happy, and the Mavs start losing it. And Ant's getting cocky, and everything happens. That's when Dwight Powell got pulled in the game. Sorry, MavsMuse. And they started making a run because of the injury. And I'm standing up, and I'm looking around. I'm like, get your asses up. Like, cheer for your team. Like, this is when they need you, not when they're up 30 points. And everybody's looking at me like, jackass. And I'm like, get up. I like literally did like a 360. And I'm like, get up. And they're just like looking at me like I'm the crazy guy. And I'm like, no, I'm the fan. You're the rich people down here that don't really give a crap. You just wanted to show that you went to a freaking Game 3 Western Conference Finals. Like, if I was upstairs in nosebleeds, they'd have been loving me at that moment. And I'm just like...
Sticks is the guy
my kid had never been to a game with me like that. He was like, what the hell?
Sticks is the guy that feels justified in being the pace car in the left lane.
Hey, look... Like, I know Ant heard me multiple times. The two Ant fans 2 rows in front of me that weren't saying shit until they started making that run, they were getting all cocky. And then when Ant continued to whine about every foul call, I actually made myself hurt. Like, I literally yelled so loud, it gave me a headache. And I had to sit down for a few minutes. But I screamed everything I had in me. And it was like, you cry more than anyone. You cry more than Luka. You cry. I mean, I'm screaming. And they looked back at me and I was like, yeah, I said it. He's a crybaby. And they were like, eh. And I was like, just saying.
So
don't care about your feelings.
Chris, you know that thing you said, like, you're like 90% of the time you're positive and 10% you're negative. It just reminds me of that thing. You're like, the guy was like, yeah, I was a war hero. Do they call me a war hero? No. I was a father of 3. Do they call me a father? No. But I sleep with 1 farm animal.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not a huge fan of that comparison, that metaphor, but I see where you're going. You know what I mean? I see where you're going with that one, bro. I get you. Hey, you know what? Look, though, you know what's funny is we went up to OKC. I went with different people for each game, but I went to all 3 games in OKC, and we went up there for game 1, and we went up there with some drunk, let's talk some shit, go Mavs energy. And we almost they took our flags, our Mavericks flags. They wouldn't let us have them. the freaking OKC fans, bro. Say what you will about OKC and the fan base or whatever, dude, but there was some fools ready to fight. I tried to boo SGA when he was shooting free throws.
Oh.
And some dudes would literally wanted to square up, bro. Like, they take their shit serious up there, dude. So we had to adjust our vibe up there a little bit so we didn't get in physical altercations. You know what I mean? But,
so hey, here's the thing. I actually live.
True,
I've got
man.
a place in Fort Worth, and I've got a place here in Oklahoma City. And the thing about this, Chris, is I tell people that OKC fans are like Aggies in Texas. You know, they're kind of cult-like and annoying all the time. So there you go.
What else do you do in Oklahoma?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, I'll say that I went to Game 2 of that series. It's pretty similar, but I went to OU for college, so I was there for 4 years, and it was they take the Thunder seriously there. Like when I was at the game for Game 2, I mean, I was going crazy. I was wearing my Chandler Parsons jersey, going nuts. But like, I mean, it's all 40 to 60-year-old white men there, but they're all ready to fight you if you say one thing about SGA. So
I wear my Longhorn gear, you know, up in here, man. And I've had people like walk into like different restaurants, like Juniors or something like that, wearing Longhorn gear, and people like stand up and boo me, and they're like, "Oh, like this," and I was like, "I don't give two single fucks what you think."
I would agree with you too, Joe.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't care. So, yeah.
I mean, you are walking in enemy territory. You walk in UT Oklahoma territory.
So what, man? I know what that degree is worth. I don't give two. I could not care less if somebody from OU.
Calm down.
Joe, did you see,
calm down now.
Sticks, can you highlight Ray's comment?
Oh, do we run it? Okay.
Joe, answer. You got to answer now, Joe.
But I can't see what the comment is.
It says,
Ray
"The
said,
fuck, Joe, you sleeping with a farm animal?"
I know that little.
I'm like, what did you say fuck me for?
I know that little Filipino shit wasn't saying talking crap to me.
Okay, so we can talk shit about Filipinos and gingers. Okay, noted.
This is
you don't discriminate on.
This is when the show takes the wrong turn, and it is.
Let's just not get BJ here and have him turn on his camera. Then I'll be in trouble too.
Oh my god! All right.
Anyway.
Oh, he's not here. My bad. All right, y'all. So yeah,
Ray's just mad because I wouldn't marry his sister as a mail order bride, so he tried to get back at me anytime he gets a chance.
All right, man.
We're reaching No Limits channel levels at this point. We might be in trouble. We might need to kill this.
Yeah, we do before YouTube hits me with stuff. So yeah, man. Let's go ahead and end this show. Hey, Mavs Muse, appreciate you being here, man. How did you enjoy your first time here on TGK TV, man?
Man, this is awesome. I hope I get invited back. Hope I did all right. But yeah, it was great to see you guys again. You know, I haven't seen you guys. Well, I've seen you TGK at the big sale. That was it kind of sucked. But Sticks and Joe, I haven't seen since the tournament. And it was nice to get to talk to my new friend, Fire Jason Kidd. So yeah, it was great to be on here tonight for sure.
Chris, do you have a retort to say that you're no longer a Fire Jason Kidd anymore?
I mean, I still got the shirt. I was going to burn it if they won the finals, and they didn't. So, I mean, it's there. It don't really fit too good because your boy put on a few pounds, so it's a little bit tight right now. coming out of the offseason, dude. But, like, you know.
Nah, you got to keep that. If they win the championship, that shirt's going up in the rafters over there, so you can't be burning that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, on that same video where I said Jason Kidd knows ball and I don't know ball, and I said I would burn it if they won the finals, man. But, dude, I'm all Mr. Positivity, man. I'm so excited about the upcoming season, dude. Nothing but positive vibes, dude. Their fucking roster is stacked, bro. So I'm just, you know, we're just moving on. We're just moving on.
Sure.
You just got that.
Are those your season tickets over there in 113, or are you just there for that game?
No, those are my season tickets. I probably sell 70% of my season though to help try to pay for the rest of it. And just depends, you know what I mean? But I was in row E last year. I got moved up to row D. That was as far as I could move up this year. But I'm in the same section though.
Okay, that's why I saw you so much, because I was 112 row E, so just right across from you. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a good spot, man. I think as far as just overall value, if you just look at the prices, the view, everything combined, you compare it to the 200s and kind of look at different things.
Yeah.
I think for the value, you know, those first 20, 25 rows behind the baskets, even though you have the basket blocking you, I think it's just really, really good value, really good resale value. So, like, I won't be here for Christmas. I probably won't be here for the Thanksgiving, day before game against the Knicks. So I'm able to get really good value right there, more than some of the other sections, I think. But yeah, man, like I said, I just love NBA basketball. So it's such a treat for me. I've only been in Dallas for a little over 3 years, but it's just such a treat for me to just be such a big fan now since I've been here, and to just see all these badass teams come to town. And even though I do have to sell a bunch of games that I really want to go to, I still make it to 15 games or whatever, and then some playoff games. So it's just a blast, man.
Oh yeah. Joe, any closing comments before we head out?
No. It's been fun tonight though. So I do want to point out that I called Ray. I used the Bill Burr structure. If I would have said MF and then Filipino, that would have been one thing. But I called him, boom, boom. So as long as you put the country before the moniker, then that's acceptable.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
The Bill Burr method.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So
yeah. All right.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
All right.
Sticks, any closing comments, man?
No, it's again same thing. So I appreciate you coming on Mavs Muse. It was a good chat with you. I didn't get to meet everybody, so it'd be nice when I actually get to meet everybody since I was at home doing all this. But no, appreciate y'all. You not only coming on but staying the whole time with us and just shooting the shit basically.
For sure.
Appreciate
I will
you,
say
Joe,
one
as
more
always.
thing before I go.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
My final comment is I've talked to TGK twice now about it. I've challenged him. I know he does those one-on-one tournaments on TGK TV YouTube, and I've challenged him multiple times to invite me on. But for some reason, he never sent me the invite. So as long as he wants to stay scared, he can stay scared. But I'm just so the Twitter world knows I'm ready whenever he is.
Hold on. Let me.
Oh, he's firing shots before he goes. Damn.
TGK versus the world.
Just so you know, the TGK versus the world hasn't gone through the Twitter Tournament Finals MVP yet. That's all I'm saying.
Shots fired.
That's all I'm gonna say. Whenever you're ready,
So look. I'm not gonna immediately be like, all right, next Sunday, we gotta build this up like a pay-per-view. If you ever watch WWE, you gotta build it up for a couple of weeks. That way people tune in, right? So
I'm down.
I'm looking at
just give me a camera
October.
so we can live stream it on your ass, so we can just live stream this.
Do we want to live stream it or do we want to?
Oh, we want to live stream this one. I want to put this on. You're gonna build it up like it's a WWE. Then you got to have it live, and then they can go back and rewatch it. Oh, we got to put at least a phone camera on you live the whole time.
As long as TGK doesn't delete the footage if something bad happens to him,
Don't worry, I got you covered. Don't worry, I got you covered.
Appreciate it.
We got this.
All right, so all right. We want to do that.
TGK said he stays ready. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm eyeing October 20th. That's what I'm gonna eye. That'll give us plenty of weeks to prep this. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna market this. If that's what we want to do, we could do that. We could do that. I would love to market it. And we could do this. We could do this.
I want to see it. I want to see it happen.
A live pay-per-view.
I don't know about pay-per-view, but it'll be live.
Yeah, it'll be live.
It'll be live. Not pay-per-view.
All right, we'll negotiate something. We'll see. This is where I'll start thinking of different things. We'll have to do like a contract signing, like WWE does it. We got to build it up properly, man.
Are we gonna have the pre-game, the pre-show meeting where y'all
go
head to head, talk
to.
smack? One of you slaps the other one.
Should
you
this
pretend
be
like you're
indoor,
trying to really
outdoor?
mad and you're coming over the table at him?
I don't know if it should
I don't
be
need you getting
indoor or
injured,
outdoor. No,
hey, up to you, man. I'm leaving it all up to you. This is your series, so I'm just a guest on it.
Remember, I almost beat his team 2 days after returning from Cancun. So we just leave it at that.
Dang. Okay, there we go. There's the TGK I was expecting.
In spite of my teammates, man, I was doing all I could.
I was too.
True.
Except for the last 30 seconds.
All right.
Oh,
you know what?
God.
Right.
Get him, Chris. Get him.
Dang.
I know where you stay, Chris.
Twice. Yeah, every time we drive by there, he goes, Chris lives right over here.
Yeah,
lives
Chris
over
down the street. All right, man. There's going to be a cool outro for y'all to see, and that'll be the signal that we had ended the show. I appreciate everybody watching. If y'all don't mind dropping a like on here, subscribing to the channel, consider being a member, and also join the Discord. Appreciate my guy Sticks. Appreciate my guy Mavs Muse showboating. If I beat you on this pay-per-view, I get to have one of those back. Anyway, guys, been your boy TGK. We are out.